It's time for Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. I'm your host,
And I'm also your host, Sparkle.
Tonight, brains, use them or lose them. We're looking at Plants vs. Zombies and instances where people used their brains, or didn't, with both good and bad inventions, with Sayin herself and Peter's Inc. I'm sure everyone knows the rules, but just to be safe, this is Think Fast, the speedrunning game show. Our contestants will race for the best time in Plants vs. Zombies day to pool, but with a catch. Sparkle and I can interrupt whenever we feel like to ask a trivia question, and if a runner answers right, we'll take some seconds off their final time. There's no penalty for guessing wrong, but focus too hard on answering the question and your run might suffer. For everybody watching along in chat, feel free to play along. How are both of you feeling going into tonight's race?
I'm feeling good. I am ready to have a race that will definitely be won by me and definitely will not be won by Peter, who is very good at this.
You gonna take that, Peter?
I'm Peter, and I'm going to also have a race with Peter. I mean, sorry, hold on, let me start over. I think I'm going to win this race, or not. Whatever happens, I'm happy with.
If you're racing against Peter, I think you will. I think you will win, actually.
What I'm not going to do is answer every single question correct. You can count on that.
Well, in that case, if y'all are ready to begin, are you ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So,
it's time to think fast.
Wait.
In 3, 2.
Wait. Real quick, timing doesn't actually start on clicking start adventure. It's going to start when we drop our first pea shooter down.
This is true. Yeah, I just remembered that just now myself.
Yep. So just
Okay, now we're like super
2, 1, go, but then you can call when it starts.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
And then let's just get started.
I have to run through
with
the
question.
cutscene, Peter, so you're gonna have to wait for me.
Oh yeah, I'm chilling. I'm studying.
Awesome.
All right.
I got my cheat.
Let's
I got my
properly
cheat sheet
count you
up.
in. Let's properly count you in, and then we'll ask the first question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Get ready to plant. that
Zombies.
plant.
Ah, where?
Our lawn.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Awesome.
Woo.
All right. First question. We're looking immediately at bad inventions. The first widely recognized microtransaction in video games was what?
Buzz. Wait, do we buzz?
You could just say the answer.
I mean, you can, I guess, but do you want to say the answer?
It was horse armor in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
That is
Correct.
correct.
Oh, wow. That's impressive that you know that. Good job.
That one's iconically, the Patient Zero catalyst of some incredible things that happen in video games these days. Scary historical
Notable.
event.
Yes.
And then everything else happened.
Yep.
Sigh.
All went wrong.
So yeah, how can you speedrun a game like this?
That's a really good question. It doesn't really look like a classic speedrun game where you go fast. But you actually do get to go fast because the game has a really ingenious self-balancing mechanism called the 50% rule. Essentially, for every group of zombies that spawns, if you deal 50% or more of their cumulative health, so all of their health added together, then the next wave of zombies is triggered to spawn. So in other words, the faster you kill zombies, the faster you get more zombies. So yeah, it's a really great speedrun game, actually. It's extraordinarily technical. There's tons of little things all throughout this game to love and talk about. Now, of course, we may not talk about all of them because we are on a speedrunning quiz show, but that is why this speedrun actually physically works. It's also really great for casual play because no matter how fast you're playing or what strats you're using, the game's going to give you zombies at the appropriate rate.
Of a self-balancing mechanism.
I see.
Yeah, basically.
We'll have to quiz you all
fast you
at
get,
the end of this.
No matter how fast you get, the game continues being as difficult, you know? Like the big, exciting, like sort of real-time strategy nature of PvZ is the fact that at a certain point, you're going so fast, you're advancing these waves so fast that the zombies spawn at a rate where you can't keep up with them anymore. And it's like sort of a measure of your skill to see how fast you can go without flying too close to the sun, so to speak. So it's super cool. The better you get, the more risky it is, the more you can actually just straight up die to what a game where many people probably have not died too often to it because it's a pretty easy children's tower defense game from 2009, but the speedrun's a different beast.
Yeah. Now, granted, we are skipping the two final worlds in this speedrun, and those are the ones where you're most likely to straight up die. Well, roof in particular. We're not super likely to straight up die in this particular run. Although the bonus run, by the way, there is a bonus run. Maybe. Maybe.
That's so possible in the bonus run. That's actually my favorite level in like the entire game that we may be playing in the bonus run. And let me tell you, it's because I guess I like stages where I can just die when I did nothing wrong.
Well, hey, speaking of tower defense, as was mentioned earlier, let's check out this question.
Question number
In
2.
the mobile version of Bloons Tower Defense 4, there's a track called Monkeys vs. Balloons, which references which area in Plants vs. Zombies?
Oh my goodness. I'll take a stab at it. Let's do day.
Nope, not day.
Buzz.
Yes.
If I were a stage that was Plants vs. Zombies in Bloons Tower Defense, I would be a pool stage.
That is correct. Well done.
Okay, that was my second
Bloons Tower
guess.
Defense 4.
Yeah.
Yes. So apparently, also, so the pool in Plants vs. Zombies is like a middle stage area where it's like the levels are like kind of challenging, but not really. Apparently, in TD4, it's like ridiculously hard for no reason. It's just like one of the hardest levels. So that's funny.
They looked at the speedrun
apparently
because pool is actually quite hard in this speedrun. Y'all will have that to look forward to.
That is 6 entrances and 4 exits. That's rough.
Oh, wow. That is a lot.
That kind of
only
makes sense.
played
Yeah, a
Bloons
faithful
TD6,
adaptation of a PvZ stage into Bloons Tower Defense would be difficult because PvZ is known for having like the 5 to 6 different lanes, which is usually hard in Bloons stages.
And also famously zombies
Where?
in Bloons. For sure. They're right there.
There's 2 of them!
They're right behind you.
Run!
Oh, it was just a trick. There were no zombies behind me. I just looked.
Yes, made you look.
Oh no, your lawn's endangered. Both your lawns are in danger. The zombie's gonna get through. What's gonna
Don't worry.
happen?
Watch out.
No.
I have a carefully prepared lawnmower kill for just an occasion. Have an
Lawnmower?
don't.
What's that?
Never mind. I lied.
go.
Neither of the zombies want to go in the lane where they were likely to go for the lawnmower kill. Had that worked correctly, the goal was to use the tool that is supposed to be your last line of defense to kill a new wave right when it shows up, which allows you to, in theory, get the fastest possible 50% rule activation, which is about 5 seconds, I think. So
Yeah, something
at its
like that.
peak, this game, every single wave, which with your average level having like 10 to 20 waves, each of them are activated within 5 seconds. Your goal is to make as many of those instant activations as possible. Lawnmowers being one of the many tools we have in order to make that a reality. This time it did not work
I
out
also
for
will
me.
mention real quick while I have my wave 9 going. There is a special exception to the 50% rule that is going to be important for us to kind of focus on every once in a while. Every single wave before a huge wave, we actually have to kill the zombies completely dead from that wave to be able to move on to the huge wave. And then in the final wave, you have to clear all your zombies from your lawn because of course you do. So those are the 2 important exceptions that we will be thinking of as we go.
Speaking of zombie death, some
Yes.
console releases of Plants vs. Zombies have a rare special zombie death as a result of an interaction with a zombie and which plant?
Buzz,
I knew
The-
this.
walnut.
It is.
Yeah, that's it.
A
Because some zombies are allergic. Yep.
Correct. Yep.
Only console zombies. I guess if you can afford to pay for a PC, you're less likely to have severe allergies to nuts.
Yeah.
Medical advice.
I guess. I don't know if. I don't know if there's a correlation, but like maybe.
Well, it's like it's the writing's on the wall.
The walnut?
Walnut.
Whoever wrote the script was a genius. I didn't even know
Okay,
if that was possible.
tell me if this is a question that y'all have, and if it is, then don't worry about it.
Okay.
But I want to ask a question to you two.
Whoa.
I know.
Sure.
The
Flip the
reverse.
script.
Were you ready?
How many different types of walnuts are there in Plants vs. Zombies 1?
Buzz.
What is it?
2.
I'm taking more answers because that's not it.
There's the walnut. There's the half-eaten walnut. There's the tall nut.
Oh, well,
there's
but
the
those aren't
half-eaten walnut.
unique plants.
Types of walnuts. Types, not
I do become a
states.
different person when I take damage myself.
There's the walnut-flavored walnut. There's a pecan-flavored walnut. There's
Is it not just walnut top? No.
The wall flavored walnut.
They're actually spelled with 2 L's in this game because they're making a joke about them being a wall. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of good jokes like this in this
that's
game.
pretty epic.
I know.
believe
And the
it.
sunflower, it makes sun. The humor is off the charts. But the answer is actually there are 3. There's the giant walnut, the explodonut, and the walnut. These are the first 2 are minigame exclusive walnut types.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, so tall nut's
I
not
don't
walnut.
know
I thought that was like the trick question, even though it's
No.
not. Yeah, you got me. Caught.
No, it was a legitimate
Got me.
question.
Tall Nut's a
I'm
whole
on the
different legume.
PVZ fandom page for walnut, and the walnut in PVZ 3 looks like a chicken nugget. Does not look like a walnut.
I didn't know PVZ was a real game until like last year.
What?
I didn't know it. I didn't know it existed.
Interesting.
Straight up. I know about
Incredible.
PVZ 2, but not PVZ 3.
PVZ is one of the first 3 games I think I bought on Steam in like 2012.
Looking at this game must be incredible
Oh my-
having never seen it too often in your life. Like for me, it's like everything makes sense. Plants shoot zombies. That's just nature. That's the status quo, you know.
Natural.
But for you, it's like this must be a radical new idea, a new take on zombie
Speaking of
combat.
a radical new idea, I had a conehead spawn behind another conehead on a lane where I have a zombie eating a walnut.
What? That's not likely. That's not,
Not at all.
supposed to happen. What? You're telling
even
me that a
close.
zombie broke the guideline, not rule, but guideline of wanting to spawn more
Blast blah.
Yep.
in a different lane every single time?
Why we're kind of mesmerized by that is because zombies are generally less likely to spawn on lanes where they've spawned recently. And especially that includes sort of like higher health zombies continue that wait even further. So a conehead is supposed to really not have that happen, and then it happened anyway. So, you know. Thanks, game.
And speaking of lane manipulation, that final wave I was able to complete in just 1 cherry bomb, which usually only covers 3 lanes. Because when you set a mower off, zombies are not allowed to spawn on that lane for 2 waves. So if you
mowing
set
it?
2 mowers off right before the final wave, you've made it so that the zombies can only appear in a cherry bomb range. They just die instantly, and it's a good way to finish off levels.
Yeah, 1-4 is kind of hard though because you don't have the shovel, so it's very hard to control exactly when
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
really
be
don't
able
know if
to
the
get
walnuts
mower in.
the mowers will be going off at the right time. In future stages, walnuts will be a very great way to control lawnmowers.
And they're also a great way to bowl over zombies, as you're seeing right now. This is walnut bowling, the first
Walnut
gimmicky
bowling.
stage of the run. Yay. And
There's
see,
that
here's
explode that
an
we were talking
explodonut.
about. Sorry, host, for that trick question.
It wasn't a trick.
It was a little bit tricky.
Time
It's
for me
not
to
actually
get
a
you.
walnut, it's an explodonut.
Oh yeah, it's more like a donut than like a vegetable.
Yeah, it's an O-nut.
Hey, check this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
In USD, what was the original listing price for the Google Glass in 2013?
This question is biased against me.
Okay, but I'll try to answer it anyway.
All right, I just gotta rack my Canadian brain doing some conversion. Buzz.
Yeah.
$3.99?
Wait, did you say
No.
Buzz first?
Probably way too low.
That's way too low,
You don't
yes.
have to buzz. You
Yeah.
can just say
Just say the
1800
answer.
American
It's
USD.
What'd you say?
1800.
That's closer, but still
not.
not quite.
It is between those two.
Yes.
Yeah, that seemed too high. Do we get more guesses?
1750. Oh, wait.
Keep
Nope.
going. Keep guessing.
How about $900?
Nope. Far too low again.
More than that.
Okay.
$1,500.
$1,400.
1,500 is perfect,
1500.
yes.
It is 1500 USD.
Yep. So
Multiples
accounting
of
for
five,
inflation,
they
that'd
got
be
me
over
again.
$2,000 today.
Does one of us get like kicked off the event if we like answered wrong like 5 times in a row to the same question? Is there like a limit?
Yeah,
on
you
that?
explode. yeah, so
Oh,
Okay.
just like the
that's,
walnuts.
That's your discretion.
What's the limit on that one? Before the explosion? We never wanted to explode in my life.
We'll
You don't want to be an
we'll
Insta?
discuss it during the break.
They're
Okay,
so
cool.
fast.
I'll just be careful before
Also, I
then.
have a 2 Vaulter preview on 1.6, so the game is really giving me things to deal with
Ooh,
right
that's
now.
exciting. The Vaulter Zombie can jump over 1 plant and even a lawnmower under some conditions.
that's dangerous.
It's very scary.
Cheating.
Goes to
And
show
also,
that being an athletic in life makes you athletic in death too.
So true. And
Right.
also, another thing about that is that the preview, so the zombies that show up at the very beginning of the stage, that matters. It tells you a little bit about what ratio you're going to get. So I have 2 vaulters in that, and it means I'm going to get a lot of vaulters. Yay.
It's amazing how many little bits of RNG the game either warns you about in some fashion or we can control in some minuscule fashion. Though this game has RNG in every single nook and cranny, there's like ways for us to navigate around it all the time, which is what makes this run so like interesting but also fair.
So if the pole vaulters are athletic in death, does that mean that they died in their pole vaulting gear?
It was a horrible Olympic accident.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible.
Tragic, actually.
And some of them were just buried with their stuff because, you know, that was like their hobby.
Yeah, this area has a really high concentration of top-level pole vaulters. Wild.
Yeah, something's in the water, I think.
The pool, maybe?
Yeah, me, I'm gonna be buried with the
Maybe.
Switch 2 Pro controller and an empty wallet in my hand.
Well, I know I'm not getting a diamond drop from you if I defeat you as a zombie, so I'll just leave you alone at that point. Good strategy. Sorry for bringing up Minecraft diamonds in the middle of our PvZ race.
Fine, diamonds.
For another time.
Diamonds will be relevant later. You don't have to think about them yet. Don't think about them.
I won't.
Okay, I won't.
Well, I mean,
You can think about this instead.
Okay, I'm gonna think about it.
No, think about this
Okay.
instead.
Huh?
Croslite is the material used in what polarizing footwear?
Yeezys?
No.
Oh,
Dang.
Can you spell crosslight in a sentence?
Croslite. I cannot spell it in a sentence.
Okay. Can I hear the whole question again?
Croslite is the material used
Yeah.
in what polarizing footwear?
Polarizing.
Crocs.
yes.
It's Crocs.
Yes.
Wow.
I remember.
done.
I still don't know what that question means. I can't believe you answered that.
The material used in Crocs is called Croslite. It's like a proprietary material. That's like plastic.
Yeah, it's the weird, like,
It's polarizing because some people love them and some people don't love Crocs.
I figured the shoes were gonna be controversial, but you couldn't start or end with me on crosslight. Really good question. I was not getting that.
To be fair, that was marked as easy because it kind of sounds like you got Croslite, you got Crocs. They kind of sound the same. So
That was marked as easy. This is gonna be a
Yeah.
rough show.
Huh? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they
Like,
told
the
us
hint
we
there
were
was
going to have
polarizing
easy
footwear.
and medium. Polarizing. I was thinking like snowshoes or, stuff like that. You go to the polls.
the category for that was good/bad inventions because I don't know what side of the line you're on for Crocs.
I liked Crocs.
Oh,
Crocs as a kid. I
snowshoes
wanted
like in the
little
North
things.
Pole.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, this is my favorite thing.
I'm onto it.
You did it. I'm so proud of you. Also,
All
as you've
right.
noticed, we've been progressively unlocking a new plant every stage. That will stop. It won't stop happening, but more like we're not going to choose that plant every time after a while, because we're going to just have a limitation of how many plants we can bring after a certain point. So say hi to Snowpea and say bye to Snowpea. At least
Hi, Snowpea.
Snowpea.
in terms of
Unfortunately, while
deliberately
Snowpea is like one of the most powerful casual plant options, it doesn't do more damage at all for almost double the price of a pea shooter. So once we have the choice to not bring Snowpea, we will instantly not be bringing Snowpea.
Yep. Sorry, Snowpea.
It's only here because we only have 6 plants total, so we will be planting it whenever a pea shooter is on cooldown. So that's why we're gonna get a lot of sunflowers this stage because we can just be planting pea shooter Snowpeas out the wazoo during this our first 2-flag level of the run. This level is twice as long as any level we've seen before.
Funny you mentioned plants.
Oh,
That is funny.
In this game, what is the only plant that cannot be damaged or eaten?
What?
there are plants that can't be damaged or eaten.
Only plant.
If the Tree of Wisdom counts, then it would be the Tree of Wisdom, I guess.
It is a tower that you can purchase
Okay,
with some.
I didn't think so. Oh, why?
Could it be the Blover?
No, that can be damaged, right?
It could probably be exploded by
It can
like
be
a Jack in the
eaten.
Box zombie.
Yeah, no, it definitely can. There's definitely ways to destroy a blower. For sure.
This question seems incredible to me because I'm actually thinking of all like the obscure cases where I've seen plants be destroyed. And it's surprising. A lot of plants can be destroyed no matter how.
Yeah,
much they
even
boast their
cherries
strength.
can be destroyed.
Also, destroying itself counts as being destroyed.
Right.
So.
Right.
Oh,
So
okay,
instant
so
use
it's
plants
just-
as well.
yeah,
The explosions like
don't
cherry bomb
count
would not be a
anyway.
good answer for this question. This is a really good
Right.
question.
Yeah,
So-called PvZ experts over here mumbling and
I know. We don't know.
It is. I mean, it's something you don't get in day because you can't use it in day. There's no reason to use it in day.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, coffee bean. Coffee bean.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yep. It is
Well
coffee
done.
bean.
I was like, what plant is so weird and special that it would do that? It's the coffee bean.
Yep.
if I may,
Can't destroy it because it's just instant consumable.
if I may, if you place a coffee bean and then you dig up the plant that it is floating over, a zombie can actually eat and then eventually destroy that coffee bean.
That is true. That's true. Also, Jack in
It's
the
a pretty
Boxes
rare
can
case,
technically
though. So
destroy
under
it as
normal
well.
conditions,
I
I would
think.
say that sounds like I'd accept that answer still, because there's no reason you'd
Yeah.
ever be digging up a plant that's like underneath the coffee bean. The coffee bean would likely never see any damage.
We'll go
Yeah.
with the good enough.
I think it's good.
Yeah,
That was the most correct
I agree.
answer.
Yeah, you could not give a better answer to that specific question that you made up.
And even that I'm
Certainly
not
couldn't.
1000% sure about, but I have seen the coffee bean act as like a wall. Like if it's there, zombies will be eating it. So I couldn't have thought of that, and I'd have to check that out actually after this run.
We're gonna do
so
some
interesting.
science later.
I've never thought about
Check
it like
my
that.
sources.
Alters galore, I say.
That question blew my mind so much I didn't realize I was on wave 19 last wave 19. I was not
Oh,
good at
nice.
zombies that fast.
Nice. I know I'm on it right now. Let's go.
What? That's time save over me. It's funny Peter.
Yes, you. Haha.
Whatever. I'm gonna play
I'm-
1-8 so I don't.
I'm
get mad anymore.
unfunny Satan, and so I'm gonna win. Here was your mistake.
Hey, check this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
According to PopCap themselves, how many devices can you play their games on?
So many. We could just start counting. PS Vita.
Oh, no, a numerical answer.
I know,
How
but we
many?
could just start
Yeah,
counting.
but still,
Oh,
you
okay.
gotta get there somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what else am I gonna do? Yeah, iPhones, Android phones.
So- There is a chance this is out of date. This is from PopCap's current live website, but they also haven't really updated their site, so it should be mostly
I don't think
accurate.
there's been a new PvZ port in like last decade or so, as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't think they would have been to any new platforms at least.
It's just
so.
Plants for Zombies.
are you asking just about PvZ
This
1?
is PopCap games as a whole.
No, as
Any
a
game
whole.
from
So
PopCap.
there's so
Yes.
many, is what I'm
Yes,
saying.
there are so many.
Does every PlayStation
this is-
console have a PopCap game on them? Maybe not PS1.
I'm gonna go with like a solid 10 to start this train rolling.
That is so low,
It's
Peter.
more than 10.
PvZ
it's
itself is on
low,
more
but
than
it was
10 consoles,
I
I think.
can think of 10 specific things in my head. That was like a place to start. They made games for everything. Let me see if I can
Really?
think of anything more.
Can I go for 33 now?
It's closer.
Less than 33.
Are the DS and the 3DS
okay.
separate things?
Yes,
Oh, good
they
to know.
definitely are.
Okay.
Yeah, I think some PopCap games are run on 3DS.
I mean, PvZ DS was also a DSiWare title, so like that's like
true,
kind of a
it's
different
true.
port almost. It has a
true.
unique minigame on
I-
DSi.
I don't know for sure what exactly their metric is, but they give a number, and that's the number we have. So
This is terrifying.
26. Shoot.
you know that's close enough. It's
Yay.
25.
Oh, that's really
but
close. Yeah. Okay.
We're not gonna. Yeah, you got it.
That sounds made up because it's a multiple of
so-
5. I think they made that up.
Their site says 23, but it's 25 if you include refrigerator controls and airplane seats,
No.
which we absolutely do. So it's 25.
Airplane
Yep.
seats. I've
Airplane
played
seats.
my fair share of Zoom on an airplane seat.
Yeah. So that absolutely
I have not
counts
opened
as
my
a
mind
platform.
nearly
Nice
enough
chocolate.
to the possibilities of ports in this world.
Yeah, so you got like all the handhelds, you got Android, iOS. I'm assuming those are considered separate. You got refrigerators, you got airplanes. There's a lot. They don't have a list, unfortunately, but we can kind of extrapolate from there. And yeah, again, that is for all of them. So Bejeweled is probably like half of the unique ones.
Yeah, you can put that thing on anything.
So that's what's been released everywhere. Yeah. So
Wait, did you say Bejeweled, Swooze? Whoa,
Yeah.
check out this official question on Think Fast. In Bejeweled, what color is the square/cubic gem?
Buzz.
Orange.
Not orange.
it's not orange.
It's red.
It's
Congratulations.
red.
That is the
Nice.
color of the square/cubic gem in Bejeweled, a PopCaps exclusive. Anyways, thank you for thinking fast. You can carry on with your previous conversation.
I only know Blue Jeweled. Please go play Blue Jeweled. This is probably the most exposure on a single live stream it's ever gotten. It is Blue Jeweled, and I'm
Yeah,
not going to
Blue
give you any
Jeweled
more
on the
information
internet.
because just play it, please.
Yeah. And leave your headphones on
Yes. Yes.
or
leave
take
them on.
them off 50-50.
Or like
on-
really take them off. Yeah, it depends
or
on whether you
volume-
like sounds.
Turn your volume down, but probably not up.
exactly.
talking
A
about-
mod for Bejeweled 3 to add more blue.
Don't find out about
I'll check it
Go
out
play
later. I'll investigate later.
it. Yeah,
It's worth an investigation.
You should.
There's not a lot
It
of
is.
Bejeweled
It
fan
really
games
is.
in the mix these days. This one being released
Experience it
relatively
later.
recently is pretty innovative.
I'm seeing I don't need more information to figure out what Blue Jeweled is in chat. No, that's not true. go play
Hey,
Blue Jeweled.
no cheating by reading chat.
I am only reading chat when I'm talking about Blue Jeweled.
When it's relevant. That's fair. That's acceptable.
Yeah, and now it's gone.
See, and you tell us about it, so that's allowed. You're only allowed to read chat if you tell us you're reading chat.
Yeah, now it's gone. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, in that case, you won't be able to get spoiled for this question.
What?
Nice.
This is kind of open-ended, but there's an answer that I'm looking for.
Okay.
How does Velcro work?
That's a good question. Buzz? Oh.
Okay.
Are you buzzing? I was gonna say it.
Does count as a buzz?
I don't know what's
I say
happening.
when I don't know the answer sometimes. I don't know. It's a little bit ambiguous.
I do know the answer.
What is your answer, Peter?
My answer is there are tiny, tiny, tiny little hooks that hook onto other tiny, tiny little different shaped hooks, and they all do that, and that's how they attach together and detach.
Yeah, good enough.
That's
Yeah.
close,
Answer we're
but
looking
there
for
is
was-
a more precise answer to that question because it's not.
what is your-
It's
More
not.
points?
Well, yeah,
It's not
what is
always
your
other
yes and?
tiny little hooks, and in fact, it's often not. It's usually fuzz. So basically, like the little teeth is what they're called technically. Kind of loop around the fuzz, and that creates a very, very strong physical like bond between the two materials, basically.
Yeah, so we have hooks and loops, which is
Yep.
a combination of what you both said. So you'll both get time for that.
Hooray!
We've been getting time for
doesn't
this
do
this whole time.
anything.
That's such a valuable resource.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't you listen to my
Conceit of
intro?
the show, exactly.
You say precious seconds, the more questions you get right.
I was studying during the intro.
All right, that's understandable.
I
For
never
those
stopped
wondering at
studying.
home, Velcro is considered a good invention
But most.
It is, yeah.
by most. I don't know who would really consider Velcro a bad invention.
I got bullied when I was in like the 5th grade for still having Velcro shoes. They were
Well,
like,
there
you
you
should
go.
learn how to tie your
fair.
shoes, you big baby.
That's kind of fair.
So I think
It
those
is.
people thought it was a bad invention.
That's not fair at all.
So it depends on who you ask, I guess.
If you ask your classmates from,
The 5th grade.
from 5th grade.
I wonder if they'd have the same answer these days. I gotta check in on them.
Hey,
this
I know we
chair so
haven't
late.
talked in X years. What do you think about Velcro? Thoughts?
I was so caught up in the trivia that I forgot that Cherry Bomb has a cooldown of 50 seconds, which means if you use it within 50 seconds of completing the stage, you're gonna lose time waiting for that Cherry Bomb to appear at the end of the level.
Oh no.
Disc. That's
It's
a
called a
limiting factor.
limiting factor.
A
Yep.
limiting factor.
A limiting
It's
factor.
called Limitless Factory.
No, it is. That's a Mario Kart stage, I think.
I think I played that one, yeah, the new Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
I got it early.
Yeah, you already played it. That's cool.
It's whatever.
Yeah, that's whatever.
It's normal.
Mario Kart Odyssey or whatever. Yeah.
Mario Kart Odyssey. It's Odyssey 2. We did
It's
it.
Kind of is.
Forza. It's a
little
Forza
bit,
game.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Kind
With
of
the
objectively, it
the
really
open
is just a
world, like
Forza
and
game.
driving around and stuff. It's like okay,
This is not a
real
bad thing,
slick.
but,
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true.
but it is a Forza game.
I got it at a discount because I'm interning at Nintendo right now.
Right now.
Yeah, right as
now.
we speak. Multitasking is hard. That's why I
cool.
lost time that level.
Gotta go jump into a meeting.
Yeah. They get so mad when I play other games.
Peter, I think we're really close, by the way, right now.
This could be true. What level? Where are you? Where?
Just going in 110.
I entered 110 only shortly ago.
Yeah, not too bad, honestly, for a day. Day can be really swingy. So.
No, Day's been pretty polite, pretty generous to me. I had like the worst 1.8 ever, but aside from that, all the stages have been up to my standards.
Yeah, pretty much same. So done
Oh,
pretty
you had
well.
the worst 1.8 ever too?
No.
Yeah, it was a doozy.
I'm excited to watch it back. 1.8 is one of those stages.
Oh.
It's super strange.
I almost have enough pride to ask you not to watch that back.
No, I'm totally gonna watch it. Almost do.
But I think I lost that a long time ago, so it's cool. You can if you want.
Yay!
This is a conveyor belt stage, by the way. Every 10th stage in a world,
these
you
are
get
fun.
to use all the plants that you unlocked during the level or during the world, and you get to use them for free. They're just given to you randomly on a belt. We can manipulate what's on the belt by holding on to plants we don't want. So if we have 3 potato mines here, I'm less likely now to get potato mines, which means I can get more of perhaps a cherry bomb, which is a really fast plant to get on the conveyor belt level. And that's just another one of the many features in PvZ that like they didn't have to add that makes it like, oh, that was wave 9? Oh.
They also don't tell you.
Falter needs to die.
Yeah, they also never tell you about these
features
things.
that they didn't have to add in this game that makes it both more comfortable to play for casuals because it takes away plants the casual doesn't want, and also makes it really fast in the speedrun. When you remember whether it's wave 9 or not.
It is also fast to answer a question and get seconds taken off your final time.
Whoa.
It is.
Such as... I had it and then I lost it.
Oh, sorry, I
Please hold.
that.
What is the official name of Microsoft's Clippy?
Huh. I thought that was Microsoft Clippy's official name.
Me too.
That's gonna make the answer to this question really awkward.
Clippert?
That's not bad.
That's not that far off,
Whoa.
to be honest.
Clipperson?
That is relatively close.
Clipbert.
No.
You probably would have said it was really close if it was actually Clipbert.
It is 2 syllables and it begins with clip. So
Have fun. It's a rapid
go
fire.
on.
Clipbots.
Clipette, like the chipmunks?
That's even closer. It's like as close as you could possibly be.
Clip art?
Yeah, I
Clip art?
Nope.
Oh,
Clipma.
clip hat?
No.
Nope.
Wait.
It is.
This can't be real.
It is kind of. It is kind of an action that's gotten.
No.
Clipper?
Nope.
What is it then?
It makes more sense if you break it up into 2 words, which it is not 2 words, but it's
Clip
sounds
it.
like
Clip
it
it.
could be.
Clip it.
There you go.
Yes.
Clip it. I got it.
When you said clip it, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, you
like the
basically had
The
it.
wrong vowel.
Yeah, it is officially Clip It. It is called Clippy, and Microsoft accepts that it's called Clippy by everyone, but it is officially Clip
They
It.
accept it? Wait, did someone just decide to do that without Microsoft's permission?
I don't know. I found a page that was like an introduction to Clippy, and it was like, let me see, Microsoft.com/office/Clippy.
Oh.
And it's an ad for Office XP, and it says, I Clip It, known to all as Clippy, etc., etc. So,
All right,
I
fair
didn't
enough
realize
then.
I've been given that guy
There
a
you go.
nickname this whole time. I don't even think we're close enough for us to be on a nickname basis. I feel a little bit embarrassed now. I've been hella
We are
saying
close enough to
Clippy.
Crazy Dave, though, for sure. There's Dave, our friend.
That's right. We're allowed to call him by his nickname.
Yes.
On to
You know
nighttime
his
we
real name? I
go.
was going to make that a question, but I didn't make that a question.
Well, I think his real name might be Crazy Dave. That's what he
It
told
is
us
not.
anyway. What?
He has a full first last name.
Crazy for
How do I not
David
know
Ann.
that?
Close.
This isn't a question, but it is. Where did it go? I had it. It is David Christopher Blazing the Third.
Oh my.
Yo,
Peter
blazing.
was
Don't
closer
know
than I
where
thought
that
he
was
was.
made official.
It's a Fire
Probably
Emblem
in,
character.
Probably the comics
or something.
Yeah,
That's a comic,
the
yeah.
comics do a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Based after a real person who is not called David Christopher Blazing, but it was called Dave.
I don't think anybody in the real world is called that. No.
I heard Crazy Dave was based off of one of the employees in the office. Is it like in PopCap Studios, there was a guy who looked a lot like him. That was thrilled to have a character based off of him.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was the comics that revealed his last name, Blazing, and then it was confirmed in PvZ 3, which I know everybody played.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of ish. Sorta.
It's almost out. They just need to run it through the washer one more time.
Yeah, exactly.
Next
All
time
right,
for real,
speaking of
though.
running, we are in the night stages now, which, as you'll notice, are different from the day stages. And the main way in which they're different is that there's no more suns dropping for free. Oh no.
It's so
we have to
dark, I
take all
can't
of
see
our sun.
anything.
I know, it's terrible. But the mushrooms can, and we can use mushrooms now. They're purple and they're way OP, mostly.
Yep, the puff shroom
Mushrooms are
is free
so good.
and does an extreme amount of damage. Basically the same as a pea shooter for the exact same price of nothing.
Yeah. The exact
So
same.
you want to be planting these on
Same
cooldown
price.
just all the time. It makes night levels very fast, actually, when they otherwise would not, because there is less sun dropping from the sky. So while we have less sun total, we are moving faster on average than we were on the day stages, thanks to Puff Shroom.
I love when the sun drops from the sky. Thank you.
It's sort of like
No,
a
you're
reverse
gonna miss
Majora's
it.
Mask situation, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very true.
But that actually makes it a good thing.
Hey, check
We're
this
also going
out.
to start accruing money. I'll talk about that more later,
oh.
but watch the money when it falls. I guess.
Keep your eye on
Okay.
it, though.
Hey, check this out.
Check it.
What sci-fi creature was originally intended to be used instead of zombies as the main enemy of the game?
Robots?
No.
Oh. I forgot to buzz.
You don't have to buzz.
You don't have to do that, Peter.
You just made that up
okay.
yourself that you have to do that.
Aliens?
Aliens, correct. Yep, it was
okay.
originally aliens. So it was originally aliens, but the devs landed on zombies because they move, like the slower movements would be easier for players to react to and just be a more fun game overall. Or maybe, I don't know if they had the aliens moving slow, but maybe they decided that it looked weird, so maybe they used zombies instead. Nobody knows, but yeah, it was like found on some like developer scrapped blueprints or some such of like just early designs of zombies, and it's a cool little detail.
That is super cool. I didn't know that. I did know that the
Yeah,
zombies were
that is cool.
eventually
It was like
selected.
yeah, it was like a
Slowness.
list of aliens and like alien enemies, but like none of those aliens, none of like the enemy types would end up in PvZ. It was like water aliens and like fire aliens or something. It was like weird.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would say that the PvZ modding and fan game community has absolutely carried on that idea. For sure.
There are a lot of robots and aliens.
There's a lot of
in
robots,
PvZ
aliens, and
games.
elementals. Yeah,
of
that's a huge
elementals
thing,
especially,
actually. Yeah, everywhere, pretty much. So, yeah, PvZ Fusion in particular, which Peter played for Parallel Universe, a different hotfix show once, has a lot of stuff like that. It sort of takes plants and smashes them together. So, like, there's plants that can merge with the jalapeno and then they become fiery. You know, stuff like this. Pretty cool.
Another notable
Also, I feel
thing.
like PvZ 2 kind of
yeah.
is like that as well. They branch out to a lot of new aesthetics too.
PvZ2
Anyway,
has done
continue.
a surprising amount of everything. For a game I haven't played, I
Yes.
hear about it a lot because every time I think I've thought of something that hasn't happened already in PvZ, it's been done in PvZ2. Should really get around to playing it at some point.
PvZ2
I
is
think
like
a certain redeem on your channel might be keeping you from doing
Yeah,
that
not
for a
allowed
long time. Long time.
yeah, PvZ2 is just like PvZ but Super Mario. It's like, well, guys, we have a grass world, a desert world, a volcano world. This is grass. This is awesome.
It's just like a time machine.
Great.
It has like a time travel plot.
It's a bad game.
Same with PvZ2. Wait. Sorry.
Does PvZ2 require you to do homework before you meet with a historical figure like Mario's Time Machine does?
No, but sometimes it requires you to ask for your mom's credit card. And that's like
Yeah, well,
arguably worse.
I'd rather do that than do
Oh,
homework.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Way back when I tried to task the SNES version of Mario's Time Machine, it's bad.
Why? What happened? Did you get stuck in the past?
60% of the speedrun is pressing down on the homework screen to get to the correct answer.
It's a lot like real homework.
Yeah,
Just press down. You'll get A's every time.
just press down. Yeah, it's rough. And then you gotta go surfing through time and collect mushrooms or something.
We like
And
mushrooms.
then you go like meet
this
a
game?
historical figure and you give them your homework and then like you return an artifact that Bowser stole. Anyways, this isn't about Mario's Time Machine.
Well, hey,
This is about,
It is now, I think.
hey. Speaking of
I guess so.
speaking
Yes.
of questionable Nintendo decisions, how about
Okay.
this one? What are the most and least sold Nintendo consoles / handhelds?
Most sold is the Nintendo DS if you include
Yes,
every single model of it.
Yep.
The least sold.
Least sold is
The Virtual Boy.
Yes,
There
you got it
go.
first.
Okay,
Just
good.
wow.
Just shout it out.
Yeah, you got that first.
I gotta go fast. I mean, she's kind of started the sentence, but like I don't know what the
Sink
rules are
in and then
interrupting. So
You just gotta finish it. Yep.
Yeah,
Please
exactly.
do.
So you two break even on that question.
Yep.
Yay.
nice.
Well fought.
We cooperated. This is
I
what we're
wanted-
supposed to do, right?
that wasn't cooperation. You were
Yeah,
about to finish the
course.
freak out of that sentence.
I wanted to see if like the Game Boy Micro sold less than the Virtual Boy. It did not.
No.
That's
It
embarrassing.
sold like
Virtual
4
Boy.
times as much
That's
as the Wii
embarrassing.
did. Like
Poor Virtual Boy.
So for context, the Nintendo DS across all of its like different models and stuff, I believe 3DS is exclusive, like is different. The DS has sold 154 million units.
Yep.
The Switch is very close behind at 150.8.
Wow.
The Virtual Boy sold around 740,000. So
Yeah, that
and
sounds
then for
about
other
right.
comparisons, the Wii U I think is around 1.3 million.
Is this? I thought it was like 4 something million.
Maybe more, yeah. 13 for the Wii U. I was off by a factor of 10.
yeah.
Yeah, Wii U was, I think we used the least sold home console that isn't like the color TV game. And the most sold home console is obviously the Switch. So
Sense.
I was like
Virtual Boy sold.
so hesitating
peanuts.
on the most sold question, but I knew.
Oh, I answered
like,
that first.
I know.
Yeah,
But I knew the heck out of the least sold because the Virtual Boy is like
Yeah,
one of my
for
favorite
sure.
devices in the world. It's just so funny.
It is funny, yeah.
It is.
actually
It's
own
very
one.
silly.
I should totally grab it like right when this run ends and show
You?
it. I have Virtual Boy in my house. It's so funny. Every time I play it for like 30 seconds, my head starts hurting.
Awesome.
I played a Virtual Boy once, and it was a time.
Like a time
I
or
should buy one, though. It was a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that I was going to talk about earlier, I'm just going to mention it really quickly now, is money does matter in this run, and zombies will be able to drop money randomly, so we kind of want them to drop lots of money, but there's also another way we can get money, which is conserving our mowers at the end of the level will help us do that. So we're going to be using mowers a whole lot less than we did earlier in the day stages here, these night stages here. And yeah, it
Uh-oh,
matters
screen
for
door
buying things
guy.
like, yes, screen door die. I know. I should have put a potato mine down, but I forgot because I was thinking about the Virtual Boy. So let's stop doing that.
You
No more Virtual
Boy in my head.
me in that case because I did put a potato mine down, but he did not go on the lane that had the potato mine. So
Okay,
you're
well, I
25
spent
sign
less
up
money
on me.
then. Yeah, let's go. Are we that
not trying
close?
at all is better than trying and failing. A little inspirational lesson.
I'm actually shocked we're this close, by the way. This is it's not like a super swingy game, but it definitely can swing. This game can swing. So
It's just got some equalizing potential, as long as it's not deciding to feed the good RNG to the higher seeded player. Which could happen, but I honestly don't know.
Maybe.
Do you feel like you're on PB pace? Because I feel like I was playing pretty okay a couple stages aside.
Probably not. I don't know.
You probably could PB
Kinda hard
because
to tell.
I'm not on a terrible run by my standards. So
Yeah.
if you're keeping up, that's awesome.
Yeah,
At
probably.
the end of the day, when you get your trivia bonus time, if you want to consider that part of your PB time,
Yeah.
then I'm not complaining.
Do you think the mods will allow that on the speedrun.com leaderboard?
No.
I'll have a
If they
talk with
will,
them.
then I won't object. So
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Nice, fine.
I'll submit that then.
yeah.
Day Third Pool does not have a page on SRC.
Well, that just solves all the problems then.
Small note.
Yeah. Day through pool.
I made
on
it up.
Fest with one break in between.
Yes, exactly.
We can be
It's
the
awesome.
shadow moderators of that leaderboard and allow that particular subset rule.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong about making a category that either is shorter or does stuff that you want to do and doesn't do stuff that you don't want to do.
You can basically run
100%.
whatever you want
That's great.
Oh, that's a real
in
category.
speedrunning. It's really the powerful thing.
The category I ran for Prue the Pigeon at GDQ was effectively things I didn't want to do, or don't do the things you don't want to do, and it became 57 hot dogs.
That's
so.
what I ran at GDC for Jazz Punk. We have a category that's called Special Agent, which is like, wow, this game's so awesome and has so many funny jokes. We do not want to do all of the PDM things, so let's just get rid of that, and then we can have a cool category. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, think fast.
Okay.
Which of these is not a real PVZ edition? PVZ DSiWare, PVZ Nook, PVZ WiiWare, or PVZ Android TV?
Oh, definitely Nook.
WiiWare.
WiiWare.
Did you say it for? Were you saying it, Satan?
Yeah.
Oh, I think. Did you both say it at the same time? I don't know.
No. I think Peter
I think
got
you
it.
basically
Sure.
did. Because you said, I know
think
what
Peter
this
got
is. And then Peter said it. Because you were you playing with your food, Satan.
No, I was just wrong. I'll own up to that.
Oh, okay.
It was my second guess. I think Peter got it.
Okay, yeah,
Did you
Peter
say
got
first?
I thought it was the Nook, but then I was like, no, Nook's real.
It all happened so fast.
Yeah.
I thought you said WiiWare
Yeah.
too, but that might have been my own voice echoing.
No, I did say it. It was my second guess, though, so
Oh.
I'm giving the tiebreaker to Peter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
PVZ had a release on the Nook colored tablet.
Yeah, no, I remembered that.
Also, Android TV is apparently only in China.
That sounds
That makes
about right.
sense. Yeah, PVZ is
and then
absolutely
DSiWare
massive in international
eventually
markets,
US.
but especially China.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
There are a
most
lot of different versions of PVZ that are in
They have
China.
a lot of
I
really
was
cool
surprised.
versions. Yeah, no. And they got like some unique zombies and plants in them and stuff too. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, really? Wow.
I know. We're all kind of like, can we have that?
There's like upgrade plants and like some of the versions that you can get in China that are like ice, fume shroom, and like fire. Like they were like PVZ Fusion before PVZ Fusion. They had all that stuff.
Hey, who wants a free 10 seconds?
Me.
Sure.
Plants vs. Zombies Endless Edition was only released in which region of the world?
USA.
Nope.
Europe.
This is a freebie.
China.
Oh.
There you go.
Yay.
That's why.
Question, right? It can't be China because we're just
No, you both. Yeah, you both got owned.
Yeah, we
You
did.
answered my question for me effectively. Yep. It was called Endless Edition or Journey to the West, based on the number.
Oh, that's right. I've learned about this. Yeah, specifically.
Dang it. I would have been so on that if we used the name Journey to the West first.
Yeah, okay.
That would have been made a double freebie.
I got
Yeah, I
that
think we
one.
both would have gotten that, though.
I failed you, Sun Wukong.
How are we progressing through night? It's
There's a lot of zombies. This is pretty dangerous.
Not to brag,
Yeah.
pretty speedily.
Kinda scary.
Pretty run.
okay.
Pretty Plants vs. Zombies
Pretty
speed run.
That's good.
I just beat 2-4, the fourth stage. I'm about to play what is actually kind of the exact opposite of what I was just talking about, that speedrun stuff I was talking about. Unfortunately, Whack-A-Zombie is actually the only true autoscroller in PvZ.
That's right.
This level will not go any faster, even if I kill zombies really, really fast, or if I just sit here and don't kill them for a while. They will always spawn at the same rate.
Just kind of like an aim trainer.
Yeah. Whack-A-Zombie is like what everyone thinks PvZ is when they think it can't be speedrun. When they first hear about it, they're like, yeah, it's just, they come out at certain times and then you can just kill them, but you can't save time and stuff. And it's like, well, they're kind of right if they came at the right time. If someone showed up on Whack-A-Zombie and I had to explain why this game was speedrunnable, I'd be really embarrassed. Honestly, a great stage for another question.
All right, fine.
Okay.
I got a great one in a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second.
In 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. 6. I see swoosh rapidly changing questions. Okay.
In 1947, Gallup, like the poll company,
Right.
asked Americans to name the greatest invention of all time.
Okay.
While debatably not an invention, what won out? It's still considered number one today.
Sliced bread?
No.
A Stairmaster.
Charming.
It's
What?
the
How?
most popular invention in 2025 is the Stairmaster.
Yeah.
Wait, the most
I
popular
don't think
invention of
so.
2025?
It is both 47 and today.
That year
So
hasn't even
the
completed
answer
yet. How we don't know. This thing might be invented next month.
2024. Fine. Last year.
Okay.
It's still number one.
Okay. Can I get the question again?
Wait, when was the initial poll? Yeah. Now I'm confused.
In 1947,
Okay.
Gallup asked Americans to name the greatest invention of all time.
Okay.
While debatably not an invention, what won out?
And
Electricity?
it's still popular to this day?
Oh,
It is electricity.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Satan got it.
I said sliced bread because that sounded like something people would write as a joke answer, and that often wins polls. But yeah, electricity is the legit one.
They invented electricity in 1947?
At least
Peter.
before then. Yeah.
Okay. They
Yes.
named it in 1947.
Peter, World War II happened before 1980.
Did they have electricity during that?
I think so.
Peter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It was dark sometimes in the videos.
So for context,
Videos, Peter,
today is
videos.
considered as 2005 according to this. So the top 5 from 2005 were electricity by a lot, the wheel, cars, computer, and then the internet.
Computer.
Americans named
Computer.
electricity?
Okay.
I thought.
Peter.
No.
Yes, they named electricity.
They named it and invented it.
Ben Franklin invented electricity. We all know this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. He did. He took it from the sky and then said it was his. And so
about that point?
then it was.
Bro, you have electricity. It came with your planet Earth.
It came with your weather systems. Come on.
This is how Peter's gonna definitively beat me. Just confuse me. About that point. Yeah, I don't know.
I got that right. Yeah, of course.
3 points for Peter.
Too bad we don't operate on points. We only use time.
Oh, right. And time.
3 microseconds
here.
for Peter.
All right. I'll get the next one. I scripted it.
All right, if you get the next question right, you get the amount of time that is the same as the difference in relativity if you were in the International Space Station for a month, which is next to nothing.
Nice.
I don't believe in that time change stuff.
In the game Zuma, what is Zuma?
A
frog statue.
Yeah.
It is not.
Oh, balls?
A toad statue?
Nope.
The power hidden within everything? I don't know.
A frog
I've
god?
played this game.
Nope. It does not have to do with the playable character.
I wish it did. That's my alley.
That would be
Future
easy.
corner.
That would make it easy.
I've played it. I need to. That's the PopCap game I've played the least. I gotta get on that.
I know, right?
I don't really know how to hint towards this. It is like it has nothing to do with the gameplay loop of Zuma.
Right.
It's the lore. I got that, but
Yes.
what lore?
What lore? Zuma is. It's like
It's a god. It's a
I already said
energy?
that one. I would get a point if that was true.
okay.
Yeah. It is kind of close to that. Not really. If I say that, you're gonna think the wrong way. So I'm not gonna say that. Forget
Okay.
everything I said.
It's
It's a practice.
It's it's a
No.
It's
game mode.
zoom, like it's fast. It's the concept of speed.
Speed. No.
Zoom, ma. You're telling your mom to
I don't
go
know enough
faster.
about
I don't.
Zoom
I
at
don't
all.
know what
I've
you-
never heard
Yeah,
of this.
that's Zoom. All right, I think I'm calling it. It is the ancient civilization that you are exploring. The events of the game. That is
okay.
Zuma.
We are Zuma.
If Zuma wasn't like the
We are all
20th
Zuma.
game in my failed play every PopCap game in one stream marathon, I would have definitely played that game. Like if it was like the third one, I would have gotten to it. But I only played 7 games in PopCap in one stream because they're actually all very long and filled with content. So that's why I didn't know what Zuma was.
Zuma is also a character in Paw Patrol, so I looked up Zuma trivia and it gave me Paw Patrol trivia. So
No,
That's
I
awesome.
Watched, I watched Paw Patrol like last night because it was my
Okay,
cousin's
well.
first birthday party.
Oh no.
That I could
Zuma's
have
in that
answered.
apparently.
This 2-6 situation is really bad, by the way. I have a very bad 2-6 situation going on right
Is the
now.
final wave unfolding in a chaotic manner?
Yeah, as usual. Well, not even as usual. I haven't had one like this in a long time.
Sometimes, you know, all the ambushes are extremely fast zombies that are escaping the range of the cherry bomb, and you can't really bring it
Yep.
together, and the football is like doing something annoying.
Yep, that's what it was. Everything spawned on a different lane, and I prepped fine, and Flag Zombie got my mine, and yeah, it was really bad.
The really cool thing about night 1 flag levels is at the end of every level, every grave that you have left up, a zombie will pop out of it during the final wave. And on 1 flag night levels especially, you beat them really, really fast. So by the time the level's over, basically all the graves are still on the screen. So the ambush zombies can be like make or break whether your level is going to be good or not.
Oh, you got the Luigi shroom.
Yeah,
Let's
I just
go. I love
got
the Luigi
tons and
shroom.
tons of
That is Luigi.
cones.
He literally is.
It's the weird Mario shroom.
Yeah, that guy's like Mario,
Yeah,
but like weaker
that one.
and lamer. and
yeah,
more
you're right.
pathetic.
Yeah. He just looks like Luigi. I don't know what it is about him.
But this guy's actually a little bit more courageous than Luigi because it takes zombies getting really, really close for him to actually get scared, which makes him just straight up better than a pea shooter. Like, a pea shooter costs quadruple the amount of the Scaredy shroom. The Scaredy does the same damage, and the only downside is if a zombie gets close, he gets scared, which actually does not happen that often if you plant them decently far back. So, a
Yep,
shocking
I'm leaving
plant
the lane
that a
for him.
lot of new and veteran players alike don't like for some reason, despite the fact that it's extremely strong. Speedrunners adore it. But I guess, I don't know, they let it get scared too often or something.
Hey, how about this one?
Okay.
In 1912, inventor Franz Reichel, it's some French guy, I don't know how to pronounce it. Franz Reichel invented what was called a parachute coat, which was designed to be a safety measure for pilots. It's literally just like a big trench coat, but it's like a parachute.
Whoa.
So yeah, and in a moment of hubris, Franz decided to test the suit by jumping off of what famous building?
The Eiffel Tower.
Empire State Building.
The Eiffel Tower, that's right.
Okay.
Eiffel Tower,
Yeah.
yeah.
He did not
Makes sense,
survive.
No. I was gonna ask
That was the
next.
first and last use of the parachute
Yes,
coat.
but hey, it paved the way to wingsuits and real parachutes. So he took one for the team.
Yeah, that's good. Let's
go.
And like, as far as tall buildings go, the Eiffel Tower is only like top 3 by that point. So it could have been more dangerous.
By that
I
point,
think it was
I think
the
it was most tall.
most.
Yeah,
at
I
that
have no
point.
idea.
Yeah.
Dang. Eventually,
We
the
have a
Canadian
question
built the
related
CN
to
Tower,
that,
which was like the
but
tallest
we'll
building
get
at
there
one
later.
point. So that would have been like a way worse choice for your first flight. It's not the tallest building anymore. I gotta go.
What is the
Where are
tallest
you
building?
I don't
going?
know. I think it's in Dubai.
It's the Burj Khalifa. I've been to it.
It is.
Yeah.
I was for no bonus time.
Here's another fun fact about the Burj Khalifa.
shit.
They used to only have observation decks up to the 128th floor, I think, and now they have them up to the 143rd floor, I think.
Whoa. Everyone unlocked
That's
like
a
new
lot.
levels.
Yeah. When I went,
That's
they only had the smaller one.
Oh. I don't know the tallest building I've been in. I don't think I typically go in tall buildings. I've probably been in the Empire State Building's lobby.
That counts as being in the tallest building by definition.
Yeah, it does. It does.
The tallest one.
It's probably that then. That's the tallest one ever.
If
yeah.
Earth is a building, then-
I went in like 1930. It was the tallest ever.
Nice. Ahead of the curve.
Good timing.
Yeah. I knew. Wait, I need to look up something to see if I can piggyback off of that.
There could be a really good segue off of this conversation, I feel, yeah.
There could be a fantastic segue.
It's in the air.
Never mind, it's not valid.
It's not happening.
Wait, it might be valid.
Bringing the segues back. Someone call Paul Blart.
Small man.
I was like, if no one laughs, that's earned, and it would be even funnier if
right.
no one did.
Well, this is close enough to be a good segue.
Okay.
You know what used to dock at the top of the Empire State Building?
A blimp. A blimp did that.
The Hindenburg disaster
Yeah.
was a result of the Zeppelin being filled with what explosive gas?
Helium.
It is hydrogen.
Yeah, it is hydrogen. You're right. I
They
forgot.
use helium now. Which
Yeah,
is
they
a
use
lot.
it now.
Yes.
Yep. That's right.
I wanted to see if specifically the Hindenburg had a docked at the Empire State
But it makes no sense. We breathe in hydrogen. We don't blow up. So like, what's going
Well, we
on?
also don't fly through the sky. That's where the difficulties arise.
That's true. Yeah, if you go on a plane, be careful.
Also, I was warned that I would blow up
Be
if
aware.
I answer questions wrong enough. So, honestly, you're not getting your
True.
story straight here.
You're lucky you got that one.
By the way,
Or else
Peter,
we're gonna
have
set
you
the
gotten a
hydrogen
diamond?
loose.
I have not. No, I'm very, very
I have.
impoverished.
Yay me.
What? Well, you get to get questions right and get diamonds?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair.
Diamonds are important because they're 1,000 money in just one drop. And they are indeed a 1 in 1,000 chance as well. And you kind of need them in
Wow.
any percent. So imagine how fun that is.
I mean, you kill so many zombies. Like you kill like a bajillion zombies.
Yes,
You
and
get,
that's
like, a
why it's
bajillion-
actually pretty likely that you do get one by roof where you really need it in any percent. Although you do also really want it in this category because it'll allow us to get our 8th seed slot earlier.
The more choice of plants you have per stage, the better. Yeah.
Exactly. So we like having a diamond before pool, for sure.
We love diamonds. I heard you got a mine for those.
What?
That's what the Grave Buster's for.
This is a crafting table.
Flint and steel.
Oh, question from me again. What did the crafting table used to be called in Minecraft?
The crafting bench.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was it. Did I get it?
No, it's not.
Oh, I was like, dang, wow. You were quick on
the
that.
workbench.
That felt like a right answer, honestly.
No, it's close.
Don't mind me Googling it.
The workbench?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did someone say the answer before I did? Do I get a
Now,
point for this?
unfortunately, I'm double questioning what the answer is because
I think it is workbench.
Yeah, it's workbench. Yeah. That's what
it
I
is
was thinking.
workbench, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost had
20
it.
It was
seconds
changed.
unlocked.
It was changed to crafting
It's my
table
question.
in Java Edition Beta 1.2.
Well, obviously you couldn't answer it if it was your question. So who else is getting the points?
True.
Right. I was asking the hosts.
Well, the host
lovely
isn't even
hosts.
speedrunning unless...
Unless
Surprise.
we did it.
Challenger
We
approaching.
got the host to speedrun.
This is a workbench.
Yeah, historically accurate reference.
Yeah, I believe it was
Think any
1947.
other thing has Flint and Steel ever had its name changed?
I don't know.
No, it hasn't.
I mean, it's well.
I think
You
the
need flint to
cavemen-
make
Flint
it.
and iron.
The cavemen, like at least decades ago, probably called it exactly the same thing. It's a pretty self-explanatory name.
Yeah, speaking of good inventions, who invented fire?
The cave. Oh,
First,
Okay.
first and last name, please.
No.
this is
No.
a really hard question.
Yeah.
I'm not
in
doing
doing
that.
research for writing things, I googled best inventions, and it was like fire. I'm like, all right, I can't ask about that. Like,
Well, it's a pretty iconic invention. We should
wheel,
know who made
like-
it. I just forgot right now.
yeah.
Was the inventor's name Grog?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
You're probably correct.
Cool.
Probably
I'll take the
close.
points for that. Thanks. Okay, I will. All right.
Yeah.
Frick it. I'll take the points.
If he gets anything from that, including points.
I don't know if I'm authorized to do that. Maybe.
Authorized?
We'll talk about it later.
Who's running this show?
I think
Me?
those
Oh,
two.
okay.
Yeah.
Also me. Hi.
And Sparkle, yeah. It's actually the shadow cabal of trivia masters.
I love Shadow Walnut.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is you're priming him to talk about Shadow Walnut. You
That's
you
as much
really
as I
are.
can come up in this run, though. So like that might as well just be like clickbait to talk about it.
True. But it's fun and cool.
They added a shadow walnut?
Yeah, it's the
There is a
secret
Shadow
type of
Walnut.
from that earlier trivia
Dude.
question. you were
Seven.
asking.
7. I thought there were 3.
No way.
The 7 now?
No.
Oh my god.
Peter's spreading misinformation on the internet.
1/3 eaten walnut, 2/3 eaten walnut.
Shadow Walnut is a
math question.
glitch
I gotta get out of here.
that you can use to make a Shadow Walnut that will bounce up and down for you and is invincible in the minigame Walnut Bowling. It is very helpful because Walnut Bowling is really, 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 really hard. Like actually
there's a longer
genuinely
version
really
of it
hard.
in all other categories that's like way more difficult than one we saw earlier in the run. And a glitch
Yeah.
was recently discovered that makes it like way more consistent and it's super cool. But,
Yeah, so
didn't come up
80% of Walnut
because
Bowling is not really hard.
The 80% Walnut Bowling ends in like 2 seconds, so there's no time to like set up
Yeah.
the glitch.
Yeah.
And that's why you guys won't get to see it. So if you want to see it, sorry, we just brought it up unrelated.
Yep, exactly.
Alright, follow
Just to make
question.
you sad.
Who
Yes.
invented hydrogen?
The Big Bang?
Yep, that's correct.
Yay!
I knew I was correct.
No, it was not you.
It's not me?
You're both correct.
Not
You're
you.
both correct.
No, he's not.
Whatever you say, you're correct.
I'm challenging this.
Is that allowed? I
Official challenge. The flag has been thrown.
I gotta check this out.
Flags?
Is challenge
Okay,
allowed?
I remembered I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies. We have those.
Oh yeah, that's important. Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah.
Flag has been thrown by the zombie.
The flag zombie?
Imagine if the flag zombie threw its flag. Okay, new horizons have been invented.
I got a diamond. everyone.
Diamond.
Ah,
Like a
no.
spear.
I saw.
Darn, my advantage.
Diamond. Okay.
Banana.
Whoa. Diamond.
Okay.
Diamond. Yippee.
I'm rich. I'm gonna craft a diamond shovel.
Please do that and don't use it
Should,
for
yeah.
a seed slot.
How about you craft an answer to this question?
Okay.
Yes, please.
How many GPS satellites are currently in orbit?
GPS satellite. Maybe like
256.
150.
That's way too much. You gotta go
It
down.
is much, yeah, it's much less than you might expect.
Okay,
40.
32.
32. That's close.
That's close enough.
Okay.
You know what? You just like it.
31.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was such a.
Once
that was
again, you're one off.
That was a
I
bonkers
love
snipe.
big one off.
Like guess the number of gummy bears in the jar games when you were younger or something.
No.
Where do you get these number guesstimates from?
I like numbers.
Yeah, it is specifically for GPS.
We don't like
because there are
numbers,
a couple
we
other
play PVZ.
navigation systems.
No, PVZ has so many numbers, Peter.
Yeah, there's sun costs.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
money.
sunk costs.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
and
what
money and
speedrunning
number of
is.
diamonds you get.
Oh.
And the time of your speed run.
I started
that's
falling
a
asleep the
number.
moment I heard several instances of numbers in this conversation. And I lost count of what wave I'm on 210, so
Yes!
the proof is in the pudding.
That's a number.
Yes!
That's a number.
It's really hard to keep track of what wave you're on comparable levels. The waves go by so fast.
Yeah.
That's the true reason I talked about not appreciating numbers. It was out of trauma.
That makes sense. Okay, I can respect that.
I want that cool, like one of those like cool number haters. You know, maybe I was like a jock or something, but it was out of insecurity.
This music.
All right. I think once we, at least once Peter wraps up this stage, I think we're good for our first break, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yes, the end of night. A perfect time to take
yeah,
a little
so.
quick hydration and walk around break.
Yep. And I'm about
Forgot
to be
a
done with
little bit.
2-9 here, so yay.
Yeah.
And boy, are my arms tired.
So what's coming up after night? Give us a little preview.
It's pool.
Well,
We
it
talked
starts
about
with
it
a
earlier.
P. Okay, well, we ruined
What?
this introduction.
Sorry, I spoiled.
It starts with P and it's water
ends
based.
with
So
a
is it
pool.
Starts with a P,
Water?
rhymes with cool.
Yes.
You all know
Based?
it.
Yes.
It's pond.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, cool.
It is. The pool is really great. It's extraordinarily skill based, and you can make the joke if you want.
Honestly, it's funny.
Billiards joke.
Why did I get 3 hypno shrooms in a row?
No, shroom is very strong.
Oh, and
That's
ice
weird
shroom.
because it actually is
With 3
coded in the game
normals.
so that you're not as likely to get the same plant twice in a row off the belt. That is
I'm
another
getting
instance
nothing.
of the game trying to make it so you have a wider variety of plants to use in conveyor belt stages. So it's actually kind of
Yeah.
strange that that happened to you.
That was really weird. Good fun.
This game's so cool because
That's
a
happened
million random
before,
things are
but we're-
happening per second. So like, there's always something that's not supposed to happening
Yeah, pretty much.
at all times. It's actually really good for farming those this has never happened before kind of clips because again, there's just like there's guidelines for how the zombies and the plants and the spawns are supposed to act, but they're just always being broken.
Yep.
One of the coolest.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Oh,
I have a question from chat.
Okay.
yes.
So it is a trivia question from chat.
I miss chat. I've had them close this whole time.
Me too. Except for
What
that
was
one
the
time I didn't.
original appearance of the dancing zombie, and why was it changed?
We
know
have it
the
in
answer to
this
this question.
one. It's Michael Jackson. It was changed because Michael
Yeah.
Jackson died shortly after the release of this game.
Yep.
We actually have it in this version that I'm playing with right now because there's a tech difference. Michael Jackson zombie walks further forward and faster than the disco zombie does. It is preferable to use him.
Oh.
Oh, he's here right now.
Oh yeah, he's
Say
super
hi.
fast.
Yeah, this is one.
Anyway, I saw it before. Just wanted to make sure.
A doom shroom would go hard. We got one.
Same. We got one.
210
Yay.
complete and jingle and split
Nice.
and pause
All
timer.
right. Yeah, let's go ahead and pause now.
The lily pad lets you plant
Everyone.
non-aquatic plants on top of it.
Okay, so this is the end of our first segment. We have a little bit more to go. We have a whole another chapter, so stay tuned during this short break. We have some announcements first.
Of course, Swiss, as always. Hey, did you know Summer Games Done Quick 2025 will be live in Minneapolis from July 6th to July 13th. You can register right now to attend the event. By May 26th, you can use the SGDQ command in chat to visit the gamesdonequick.com website for more info. And also, if you want to know more about GDQ Hotfix, you can always join the Discord and roll yourself with the Hotfix role. You can keep tabs on upcoming events and talk with our staff and us, and we're also friendly. You should talk to us. It'll be great. And you can use the Discord command in the Twitch chat to check out the Discord. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for more Plants and Zombies. Welcome back to Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Swoos.
And I'm also your host, Sparkle.
In case you forgot how the game works, it's not enough to simply beat the game the fastest. Our runners are answering our trivia questions as they play, and the more questions they get right, the more seconds we take off their final time. Once again, everybody watching at home, feel free to play along in chat. Right now, Peter is ahead in game, but Satan is ahead by 5 seconds in trivia time. So there's still time to make that lead different, I guess. We'll just have to see. So if y'all are ready to continue,
I'm ready whenever we
Yes,
get
we
in the
are.
countdown.
let's do so.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, Chris
right.
Dave. Bye, Chris Dave.
Oh, well, welcome to pool.
Welcome to Ool.
What's special about the pool?
I'm not
Yeah, what's
there
so cool
yet.
about the pool?
Aw.
That's not true. There's
Okay, that's
there's
good.
gonna be peas in the pool, but ideally there's no urine.
Good deal.
Okay.
That's important. Good distinction.
Yeah, wood distinction.
What?
I see. I see.
Sure.
Hey.
Whatever you said, sure.
I agree.
Okay, we're off to a strong start, people.
What now? I guess I gotta ask a question.
Yeah, I
think
guess.
this is my cue. I think it's my cue to ask a question.
No, I'll take it from here, Swoos, or you can take
Go
it.
for it.
Okay.
Okay.
About 1 in 10 people are allergic to what? The most popular class of what? About 1 in 10 people are allergic to.
penicillin.
Yes.
Penicillin.
Wow,
Thank you.
that was-
Yes. Okay. I'm
I'm a biologist. I don't know what you want from
Swoose
me.
wrote this. I don't know how to say this properly. About 1 in 10 people are allergic to what, the most popular class of antibiotics. Is that
Yeah.
That works.
That makes sense.
Allergic to what?
Yeah,
1 in 10 people are allergic to what? The most popular class of antibiotics.
Yeah.
Penicillin.
It's what?
Wouldn't it be a
It's the most
semicolon?
popular class of
No, I feel like I put a
antibiotics.
semicolon.
I'm
What?
not pronouncing a semicolon.
What are you talking about?
Anyways, you're
Pronounce a
right.
semicolon.
So
Thank you.
I pronounced you semicolon wife.
What?
The only pronouncing I'll be doing. Wait, penicillin?
By the way, if y'all are wondering, yes. What? Did you just process that?
anybody
I thought it was
allergic
gonna
to
be like
penicillin in
peanuts or
chat?
something.
Statistically, a lot of you are.
No, it's penicillin.
I'm allergic to horses myself.
To be fair, again, this is not a fair fight because I am a biologist. I'm literally a biologist. So like,
All right. Well, I think
That's
it's the
not
only
gonna be fair.
biology question we have. It's not true. We'll get to
Yay!
that.
Several. I knew there'd be several. This is what happens
I love bias.
when you don't take biology in any year ever.
Look, I'm sorry that I don't. I need to start asking the people that we have on our show their day jobs.
Right.
Just so I don't conflict.
Well, I mean,
with
we
them.
know the
What do you do for a living?
we know the
Okay,
employment
cool.
status of all the DK crews. So based off DK64, right? We do know
True.
that.
You know that Tiny Kong's a tax collector?
I hope not.
Wow, my
That's true.
Q10 was really bad, by the way. So Peter, enjoy your lead.
Oh, okay.
My Q10 was awful, just
Yeah,
so bad.
Tiny Kong.
My 210 was
Tiny Kong
very
is a
doom
tax
droughty,
officer.
but I don't know if I'd use the word awful, so you might have been going through it.
Yeah, no, quite. You can watch it back if you want.
Cool.
Q10s can be like that. They can be very, very swingy and random. It happens.
This man needs to get to the mower before this stage ends. Oh, this stage is the first stage of pool, by the way. A little bit different than the previous levels. We're back to daytime. We're using sunflowers. We got some from the sky. And now there are 6 lanes total instead of the 5 lanes earlier. 2 aquatic lanes. Aquatic zombies can go on those lanes. You require the lily pad to plant there. It's a little bit more of an investment to deal with the pool. So on a lot of stages, we're going to try to not deal with that as long as possible while we're building up sun. And all in all, the final waves are a lot more interesting in pool because there's so many places zombies can be that can mess you up. Luckily, we just unlocked like one of the best plants in the game, the squash, which is a
Squash
very
awesome.
cheap, a reactive insta that you can place extremely frequently. This guy is nearly as used as many times as the Chomper will be in pool levels,
Chomper's
despite
my
having a
personal
longer
fave.
cooldown.
So good. Squash is also awesome.
I'll also be playing.
And it's George
like
fan's
the,
favorite plant. Bulbasaur asked me this earlier today on stream, so I'm going to answer it now.
I got asked that too. I hope it comes
just
up
like
in
the
the
wind
trivia
level.
today because I'm ready
Yeah.
for that question.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Ask
Okay.
me next.
You can
Squash.
ask
The answer
you
is
can ask
squash.
yourself that question.
What's
Okay,
George
well,
fan's
yeah,
favorite plant?
correct.
It's squash.
Buzz.
I did it.
30
Squash.
minutes for you.
Yay!
Clutch.
Almost missed that one.
Wait, you didn't. No.
You're always trying to mess me up by like yelling at me saying I didn't get points that I deserved. Moderators.
Muzz, help.
Give me
Sam's
time.
being mean again.
What did you quite expect?
What did you expect?
From,
I don't know. I thought you'd be like one of those like cool devils from like the Netflix TV shows. Not like yelling at me and stuff.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do your research before coming on the show.
Yeah.
Who am I playing against? Oh.
I was taking a look through some literature. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, what?
Oh no.
She did that?
Just shaking my head
Oh,
left and right.
man. How am I supposed to compete with this? So what happens if a lawnmower goes in the pool?
It will actually get stuck in column 1. It will not go much further than column 1, unfortunately. Until we buy the upgrade of pool cleaners in the first actual shop visit of this run, those mowers are basically useless.
Yep. They can kill 1 or possibly more zombies if they happen to be grouped in a very small area. But that's it. So don't even try it.
So the water is a
I
more
also
dangerous
would
lane to
not
ignore
go
zombies.
I was a lawnmower in the pool, I would not go far either.
It's like that Einstein quote about like teaching a fish to climb a tree. It's just not where they should be, you know?
Yeah. I would go blah, 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 blah.
That's so mean of a fish.
Never mow your pool. It doesn't work.
I think I read a
Yeah, we
bathroom
can
plaque
buy
that said
something
that once.
called pool cleaners, though, and we might be able to do that in this here run, which makes it basically so that the mowers are like the actual mowers in the pool.
We did both get a
Go through
diamond.
the
That
whole
was a
thing.
pretty cool part about the script,
Yep.
I think. Makes everything feel very
It's
fair.
true. It's true. Yeah. You know the
Yeah, we
script
actually
that
we
ran
vetted the
backstage.
RNG seed before the run.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. You can play this game seated, actually, if you mod it. It's very unpopular for speedrunning because part of the speedrunning is,
Reacting to
the
RNG instead of
But-
memorizing, yeah.
Yeah, but it is absolutely a thing you can do if you.
It's
feel
very,
like it.
it's very fun for races. I like that seated model on.
Yes,
Cool
for
invention.
races, it's very good. Yeah. You can do a lot with PvZ. This game has been absolutely just like molded and shaped and modded and fan gamed and so much throughout the years.
The community of creators and competitors is incredibly active. I would recommend anyone who's ever thought about enjoying this game more, but they can't because, they've played it to like just the absolute limits, to check out like the speedrunning communities, go to like the Discord off of speedrun.com and stuff, check out the modding communities. There's so much to do in this game.
Another great thing we
Never
have is the
looked at a plant
randomizer too.
before.
Randomizer is super good.
I love the
Super
randomizer.
good. Yes, PvZ, an already random game of more random. You heard it here first. Or maybe you didn't. And then
I
that's
forgot
cool.
to hear it.
Oh.
I did.
Well, I'm glad I reminded you.
Well, speaking of Plants vs Zombies, how fitting, right? Like, what a clean
What are the
segue.
odds?
Let's go.
It's wild. Yeah. On April 1st, 2009, Plants vs Zombies was introduced to the world with a video of what?
Zombies on your
The
lawn?
first trailer.
First.
Yep.
Yep.
It
yay.
was just the music video.
Oh.
Yep.
Figured.
Wow, that came
Yep.
first? That's a really good sales pitch.
Yeah, that was effectively the first trailer. Was just the music video for Zombies on
That
Your Lawn.
song's awesome. It makes a good trailer
It
too.
is.
I should have known that. That's incredible. I was thinking it was gonna be one of those weird shorts where like the zombies like hanging out with some humans and stuff and just generally being a nuisance.
I was thinking too, like the Smash Brothers
It's
trailer.
actually aliens.
It's actually aliens, yeah.
True.
Aliens versus zombies
April Fools.
Hang on.
Monsters versus aliens.
versus zombies.
Versus zombies
Whoa.
versus plants.
This is incredible. This is Inception.
There's a lot like that one Neil
Can't keep
C.C.
track of
Rega
this.
song.
So can everything be if you want. If you want it to be.
Oh, there's a cast list of everybody in the music video of Zombies on Your Lawn. There's 400 zombies. One of them is buttered. One of them is crossed out. 136 of them are heads only, and others are in their full body.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of detail.
I wonder if the extras were paid.
There's 4 sunflowers, 4 pea shooters, 5 walnuts, 4 fume shrooms, 8 puff shrooms, 5 sun shrooms, 8 repeaters, 5 tall nuts, 4 snow peas, 1 melon pulp, but only the projectile,
Huh.
and 5 kernel pulps.
Where are you reading this, is my question.
PlantsVsZombies.fandom.com. Where else would I get my info?
Exactly. Alright, I hope that cherry isn't late. Woo. Scary.
Oh, I'm on the greediest start ever to 3-3. I've used only instas and not a lot of repeaters, and I am terrified right now.
Good
Don't
luck.
talk to me about cherries being maybe yes or not late.
It's not going to be that late either way. even
I'm
if
in
it's
an
late.
extremely uncomfortable position.
Nice.
The only thing that can make this position worse is having to think about trivia right now.
What?
Oh, you're doing the segues for me.
Well,
So
well,
nice.
well.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
They do.
Let's see.
You're not,
I should talk about HR for equal pay. Yeah.
weird.
Heck.
Oh, okay. You want a question? Here's one. All right.
Okay.
Yep. According
That's
to
aggressive.
developer George Fan, what movie inspired several different mechanics in the Plants vs. Zombies, such as the potato mine?
Home Alone.
No.
Good guess, though, right?
Yep. This movie is old. It came out in 1960.
Is it a Bond
1960
movie?
Predator?
Wait, no.
It's not that.
It is a movie about ingenuity. Ingenuity in adversity.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
It's
No.
also not.
The ashes of failure grow the roses of success. It's like a Plants vs. Zombies movie.
This
is- The 60s?
Singing in the
It was
Rain?
1960. No, it is a Disney film, but it is not an animated film. I don't know if that helps at all.
I should know
Like,
that.
I know I'm gonna
If you don't know the movie,
answer.
it's like
Yeah.
you're not gonna get it.
This is one I know.
It's very
I'm just gonna be frustrated later.
I don't know if you know it, to be fair.
okay.
yeah.
It's
All right,
not-
we can call it then. All right, the movie is
Yeah.
called Swiss Family Robinson.
Dang it! I knew
Oh, I did know that.
it. I have seen
Oh
that
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like one of the scenes in the movie where it's the family lays
Not my
traps
dad,
for the
someone else
pirates.
showed it to me.
Yeah, the George fan was like, "Oh, that's cool. I like that," and it said used like inspiration to make that and like put the potato mine and other stuff in the game too. It's pretty cool.
Wow,
That is so cool.
That's a cool fact. I do like that.
I feel like PvZ does
Nice.
have that energy too of like, yeah, it is like you made do, you know, the zombie apocalypse came and all you had was plants. you know?
Right. Yeah.
Resourcefulness.
Oh yeah, it
They'd
was
make a good
plants,
movie.
military grade plants.
Okay, so like if you happen to have military grade plants though, like it would take ingenuity to use them against the zombies.
You have seed packs
What
that
did-
instantly grow plants.
I think they're
That's
pretty
just how
self-explanatory.
photosynthesis
This one's shooting at them.
Harness the power of the sun.
I know that was a wave 8 cherry, and I shouldn't be doing that. But
I've been using
1,
cherries
2,
so
3.
late, it's been awesome. That level where I was being extremely greedy in the early game did nearly kill me, by the way. That whole discussion about mowers only working in one column. I at one point had like 3 zombies heading towards a pool mower.
Oh no.
It looked really bad for a second there, but I can barely
Okay,
speak
I did sort of say that roof was the only place we were going to be likely to die, and that's true. It's the only place you're kind of more likely to die, but pool is possible if you play risky enough.
So what are you trying to say?
If you're bad,
No. The better you are, the more likely you are to die.
You're
Like,
saying
that's
I'm bad,
genuinely
Satan.
true. No.
oh no.
You're very
Okay.
good.
Cool, thank goodness.
I invited
Y'all should
somebody
race
on
this
I knew
game
was
on,
better than me at this to this show.
I think y'all need to run to race this game on GDQ Hotfix or something.
Okay, but if you throw in trivia,
wouldn't that be
I'm gonna play
something?
worse.
Yeah. We would never do
Okay,
that.
that's good.
How did that rule happen?
Hey, by the way, I just have a quick question. I mean, you might know the answer. I don't know if you do. But,
For points?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Do it.
Back to bad inventions.
Okay.
The inventor of the refrigerant Freon, which damaged the ozone layer, had the bright idea to add what to gasoline to reduce knocking.
Oh no. I know this. Lead.
It's lead.
Yay! Same
That's
guy.
awesome.
The
It
person-
would be led.
I did know that.
Awesome.
Yeah, the person that did both of these is considered to be one of the most the worst atmospheric impacting people in history
Wow.
because of that.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Was the lead
Don't
a
do
bad
that,
idea?
kids.
Or just the other things?
Both were pretty
Oh,
bad.
okay.
It turns out putting lead in things is not a great thing.
Nope, you shouldn't do that.
I'll try not to.
It was also very toxic because it's lead.
Like lead poisoning.
Yeah.
The stage I'm currently on, by the way, speaking of lead poisoning, this has nothing to do with lead poisoning.
Yeah, I was like, what
Interesting.
segue you got?
Great segue.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
The level I'm currently on is the first 3 flag level to run. The stage is 30 waves long. So you'll see a lot more of the screen basically filled to the brim with both sunflowers and repeaters because the zombies are going to become extremely dense as we get deeper and deeper into the level. And our ability to get rules with just the chomper single-handedly is going to be decreased. Unless, of course, the game gives me 1,000,000 buckets, which is the spawn we're looking for because those guys have a lot of health. Eat those guys with a chomper, wave over.
By the way, I got a second diamond to get my early seed slot just in time.
I got a completely on-time seed slot with just 1 diamond.
Yep, that makes sense.
Well, last time you got a diamond, I also got one eventually, so I'm not even too worried about that.
I mean, you can buy cool pool cleaners with it, I suppose.
Yeah. I almost died earlier. I'm buying the frick out of pool cleaners.
Me too. I used both of my pool mowers in the last stage, so like
It happens.
Yep. No, we totally will be doing that.
We love
This
it
is
going
one of the
zombies
very
until
few
last minute. It's
categories
like a-
where you're free to buy and use them at some point. So it's fun. You don't even have to think about it. If you have 1,000 money, you buy them.
Because once the rules activated, like you can ignore zombies that were from that wave that you just activated the rule on. There's so much like ignoring zombies until the last minute. Like eventually they could kill you, but like for a while it's like I don't need to kill the zombie to go fast, so I'm gonna focus on the zombies that are like presently my problem, and things get out of hand really fast.
It's true. Yeah, this is
The nature
a
of
wild
PvZ.
speed game. It really is. I also highly recommend, by the way, just gonna evangelicalize for a second. This game's awesome. It's really cheap on Steam. There's a ton of custom content. The speedrun is unbelievably technical, but also quite approachable. It's, you know, it's kind of everything in one. And we'd be very happy to show you the ropes. There's a great Discord, huge community. There's tons of people playing this game, by the way. The any percent record has been changed hands like 5 times or something in the last couple months. It's been huge. So, yeah.
Couldn't agree more. I'm losing a repeater. That guy cost me
No.
200 sun to plant.
I accidentally dug up a repeater and had to replant it last stage. So,
I feel better now.
yeah.
Real nice, buddy. It cost me 25 sun to make that potato mine.
Whoa, that was actually like exactly the voice. That was awesome. I kind of got like
Peter, impressed.
chills.
Chills.
Anyway, trivia. Lay it on us.
Okay,
you want?
okay.
That was a good segue.
Begging for it.
Wasn't it good?
Can't get enough.
The inventor of which personal vehicle ended up riding one off of a cliff, costing him his life?
Segway!
Yeah,
Great segue.
you said it.
Yay!
It was a great segue.
It was. It was airborne for a while.
And then it wasn't.
Yeah.
That is terrible news.
What a way to go.
I mean, going the way you came in, right?
I don't
It
know
was?
if the person that invented the Segway was born on a Segway, but
Oh, never mind.
you know, that's okay.
Born on a Segway, a memoir.
Born on a Segway. My story.
My
Don't have enough for
story.
pool cleaner.
Aw.
Wait, I was supposed to get a second diamond like immediately.
Sorry, I don't know.
Mods?
I might be hiding it or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I need to. Trying to look at what cliff it was.
Mount Rushmore.
What, Cliff?
Oh no.
No, I don't think so.
Wait, it wasn't this person. Hang on.
This is the #1 most important stage to count waves, and if a question gets asked during this level, I will not be counting waves. Right now, I have it in my head. I know I'm on wave
Questions,
3, entering wave 4,
questions.
but the moment something happens that distracts me, it's over. It's like it's a delusion. It's a delusion that I'm going to be counting the waves during the stage. 5.
Mini zombies.
Okay, small correction.
small.
It was not.
Mini.
It was not the inventor of the Segway. It was the owner of the Segway company.
Ah, okay. Understandable.
Close.
Wait, so you mean he-
But still,
He owned all the
The
segways and then
inventor is
crashed
still-
them all off the cliff. There's no more
inventor's still going
segways.
strong.
I've
but-
gotten 1 pea shooter, this big trouble little zombie.
Oh no. Oh no. That's
kinda
really
exciting.
bad. I like your positive spin on that.
Yeah, well, it's like it's a new exciting sort of direction my life's taking. Yeah, it's good to take these things on the chin.
Big Trouble Little Zombie can be dangerous. It really can. They're little, but they're mighty.
They have a very small amount of health compared to normal zombies, but they spawn about like 10 times as frequently. So the level just keeps going, basically. Whether you're activating rules or not, it will go. So while there's not a lot of time you can save like on your average wave, it's really important that you cherry bomb wave 9s where all the zombies are grouped up. Because if you don't, then the wave does not advance. So I need to know when wave 9 is so I can cherry bomb at the right time. Once again, that will not be happening. I think I've already lost count again on this second half of the level. There wasn't even trivia to distract me. I don't even have an excuse. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Unfortunate. It's gotta learn how to count.
No, I know how. Well, I used to know how. Well.
Once upon a time.
Counting in theory is easy. It's just like when the numbers get big that it's hard, you know?
Right, yeah. What's a big number to you?
8.
Oh, so close. There's 9 waves every time.
That's the problem. That's where I get lost.
So close. Off by 1.
All right, I just guessed that was wave 9. I guessed right. Thank goodness.
Genius.
Okay, he does know what 9 is. This is going to pose a problem for my stocks.
It's like I know that there is a wave 9 in theory, but I don't exactly know what number it comes after.
Yeah, can you get to 9 from 1 is the question.
It's like anyone can cite E equals MC squared, but only Albert Einstein can tell you what it means.
Yeah, and
No one else understands.
Nobody else knows what that means. It's one of the famous lost problems in mathematics.
Yeah, it's a lost media.
Yeah, nope.
It's a lost media.
Top 10 mathematics lost media.
I lost the integer.
I don't know how many math heads are in here. I'm not a math head, but like Fermat's last theorem was like technically lost media because it was kind of just like it was in the margins of a book without any explanation, and it took until like a couple decades ago for it to actually be like proven.
I'm glad they figured that out.
I guess.
I'm going to use my hands to count this 3-5, by the way. So just,
what? I wasn't using hand tech. That's way easier.
Playing the game with your hands? What are you playing with, Peter?
What do you think? My brain.
What do you think?
What do you mean?
Oh,
What do you
okay.
think?
My brain.
Exposing your brain to the zombies, that's
I
kind of
don't
risky.
think because I don't have that.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It's okay. I don't eat a
almost
lot of
lost count.
vegetables, so there's not a lot of nutrients. It smells really bad from their perspective. It's like tattoos with cannibalism.
Well, you know who else is not getting a lot of pea shooters on 3-5?
Who?
Me. It's me.
Everyone in this
It's not me.
call.
Darn.
Unlucky day.
Yeah, I'm actually also playing at the same time. Spoilers.
Okay, then I guess it's up to me to ask the questions because everybody's so busy.
Yeah, you got it.
Fine.
Okay,
you
well,
can.
and check this out. In Geometry Dash, there is a robot unlockable in a secret chest that resembles what Plants vs. Zombies plant?
Oh. Snow
As a
pea?
Geometry Dash robot unlockable.
Yes.
Walnut?
Nope,
Marigold?
not walnut.
One that makes so much sense. Like that's the one I
Yeah,
was gonna
exactly.
go with
That's
too.
why I said it.
Why did you say it?
No, I'm keeping saying plants. Pea shooter, lily pad,
Keep saying
cherry bomb.
The game.
It's something we've seen in the run so far.
Yeah.
Chomper.
Chomp?
Chomper.
Oh, yeah, Chomper.
Yeah, I said
Instead of
Chomper.
first.
I think Satan got it, yeah.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
favorite
so there's a Chomper robot unlockable in Geometry Dash, and its appearance is pretty much the same as the regular Chomper in Plants vs. Zombies, except it has feet.
What?
So it's pretty cool. Pretty fun fact about that. Yeah.
No, that's not
sure
cool.
does,
I don't
yeah.
like that at all.
Feet chomper. That's kind of cool. I don't know.
Thank you.
Might get a mower kill on this Zamboni. Thoughts?
I lost count.
That's
my hand
legendary.
tech
Get out of
failed.
here, Zamboni. Bingo! I just got a bingo goal.
Nice.
Oh, congrats.
Killed a Zamboni
Yeah.
with a mower.
That is a huge bingo goal, actually. Yeah, very hard to get.
I just got 4 out of 5 on my line, so I'm match point.
That's huge. Good job.
I can't believe Usain was saying all those plants. I finally say one plant, and it's Chomper a little bit too late.
Chomper's my favorite
It
plant.
really does matter more than quality in this world, huh?
It's true. In this world of
Plants
quantity-based trivia.
And quantum physics trivia.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
All right, next question. Explain string theory.
BS?
Good work. All right, next
Hey.
question.
IBS?
No.
Close.
Irrational bowel syndrome?
Rational.
My bowels do be irrational, yeah.
These questions
What
are getting
does
off the
IBS
rails.
stand
Can we do
for?
a non-biology one?
You're the one asking the questions.
I'm asking the questions. All right. Try this one on for size. What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef.
Ground.
I would never do
beef.
that. I would call it a sad story.
It's not that sad. He likes it.
Was that a Xenoblade reference?
He's happy.
Never mind. You got it, you got it. You don't, you don't.
I got it. Hold
I
on.
don't.
I'm
I
thinking.
don't got it.
I haven't played Xenoblade yet.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah, me either.
There was no
No
extra time
spoilers.
would have fixed this problem.
No, so the way Satan said ground beef it sounds like how one of the characters says one of their attack names in one of the games.
That's awesome.
yeah.
What
There
kind
you
of
go.
move sounds like ground
Yeah.
beef?
In Xenoblade 3, Noah has a move called ground beat. And he says like ground beat. And then the community has turned it into
That's literally
ground
the
beef.
same.
What? That's just
Yeah.
Me when I'm asked what I want for
That's
dinner.
like the funniest joke ever. I love
Yeah.
ground beef, and they're just saying that in that game. I gotta play this game. I was putting it off, but now I know there's
Ground beef
beef.
in it?
No, it's beet, Peter.
Oh, sorry, I don't beat cows.
You got beets, like the plant, the beet.
Nice to beat you.
True.
No,
rude.
that's not true. You won't beat me. Yes, you will.
It was not.
I haven't been
nice.
answering any question right recently, so if the amount of beating that's happening in the trivia department is very low, actually, coming from me.
Yeah, but also.
Yeah, since the break, there definitely has been a larger disparity in trivia time. So,
Wait, did I get like half a
I don't know.
point for like that last question about the
We broke even on a question. I remember that.
chopper question, right?
No, I
you
got
did
that
not
one
get
first.
Chomper first, so unfortunately, you did not get time.
That's awkward.
You may have known it. Well, you may have said it.
I did guess it, and I
No,
definitely...
known it. Strong for either
You
one of
definitely
us.
both knew it, but. All right, fine. This is one that you can
Okay,
get.
thank goodness.
Yay.
Built in 1311, the Lincoln Cathedral was the tallest structure since what?
The Eiffel Tower.
So basically, what
Since the CN Tower.
not the Eiffel
I know.
Tower.
It was
built.
literally-
CN Tower was not built before 1311.
The pyramids.
Which one?
The Aztec
The Great Pyramid of Giza.
It's Giza.
Yay.
Is Giza an Aztec?
No,
No.
it's in Egypt.
Peter.
All right. Well,
I just-
I'll give you both time, but less time for Peter because you got pyramid. You just didn't get the right pyramid.
Last time. I'll take it.
For Peter.
But you both get time. So
Oh my god, I'm doing so bad on my speedrun because this is very funny.
People are always telling me there's less time for me. They have less time for me in their life these days. That's okay. I get
Sorry,
by.
Peter.
So yeah, the Great Pyramid was the tallest structure in the world for like 3,500 years or whatever until that one. came
I'm super
along.
glad I got a half a point for that one. I was talking my butt off about pyramids. I was feeling pyramids that question.
I did
You're on the
kind
wrong
of.
side of the world with your specific answer.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I did kind of take that part from you, so that's
okay.
fair.
Hey, you got it in a way.
Yeah.
No way.
You're sounding like my mom right now. I don't know. I feel like I should just try harder next time. I don't know.
If you believe you got it right, then you got it right.
Now we're talking.
All right, here's one that I know you'll know.
Okay, that's me.
I don't actually know if you know
I might
this.
know it.
Coca-Cola, and Pepsi introduced which commercial failures between the mid-1980s and early 1990s?
New Coke, Diet
That's
Pepsi.
one. It's not
Crystal
Diet
Pepsi.
It's Crystal Pepsi.
Nice. We work together
There you
again.
go. You split them again.
Nice split. Nice
Yay.
split.
Nice split.
I saw.
again-
It's not what I'm going to be saying about
Doesn't
this
matter.
36.
Someone drinking Crystal Pepsi and getting really sick, so I figured that was probably a failure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good
Yep.
point.
It was a failure because they drank it like 30 years later.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
another
exactly.
reason why that was a failure. You know the video.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it, I think. It's old. They re-released Crystal Pepsi kind of as like a gimmick like 8-9 years ago.
That's pretty cool. Did they do it better this time?
I don't think so.
What exactly is it?
Wait, how could Pepsi go bad?
It's clear. It's cola, but it's clear.
It's
like
just
Crystal Pepsi looks like
it's just
water,
that
or looks
sounds
like
not
That's
Sprite or
I
something.
hate that. No, like
Yeah,
when
that
I
sounds
tastes
gross.
like
I
yeah,
don't want
when I
that.
attribute color to taste, you can't take that away from me. That's why I hate white chocolate. I just can't do that. It's disgusting.
White chocolate's not real chocolate anyways,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
but it
There's
is
strong
tasty.
food opinions about white chocolate only.
I'll let people say whatever they want about the identity of white chocolate, but like it's good. It's just it doesn't have to be chocolate to be good, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. 1 point for
If
Peter.
you don't consider it chocolate, it's fine. This is now a food takes show where call in with your worst food crime and we'll read it. Hang on, write that down. That's a good bit.
Yeah.
Actually,
Look, this is our closest episode to April 1st this year, so we can make that a thing for the next half hour.
I might be able to get more points off that. Actually,
Whoa, a Zomboni.
it's
That's
gone.
wicked.
Did you know Chomper
Okay.
eats Zambonis? A whole vehicle? What?
What the heck?
How is that?
I know.
This guy can eat anything except the Gargantuar and the Pogo Zombie.
And famously
Oh, yeah?
does not have legs.
No, much like cows.
Only in Geometry Dash.
Well, how about this for Zombonis? In the files of Plants vs. Zombies, there exists an alternate version of the Zomboni design, which is notably different from the final design. In what way?
It
It
it's
has
like
the actual
the
Zamboni
bobsled.
logo on it.
No.
Dang it.
It's red.
No.
It the zombie. It looks like a zombie.
No. Peter had like the right approach.
Yeah, surprisingly close.
Oh,
Wait, what did he say?
it
He said it had the Zamboni logo on it.
Oh, it has the
not
PVZ
correct.
logo on it.
No.
It has a zombie head on it.
has the word Zamboni on it.
No.
What is it? What does it look like now?
It's got. I need to look at one here. Give me a second.
Wait till it shows up.
Hold on, I got a final wave. Every zombie always appears during the final
Yeah.
wave. That was in the level.
And
Okay,
then you can
it's
see-
There it is. There it is.
Then you
It
can
has a Z
compare.
on it. It's white. It's blue. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, what could you do differently with this design?
I don't know. What could you do?
I don't know.
differently?
What could you do differently with this design?
I don't know. What could you?
You can add stuff. You can take stuff away.
I guess you could.
don't
I
know.
wouldn't. I think it's a great design.
Okay. Well, then,
If you
I
had
don't know.
to, though, like
It doesn't
It
have
had
any
a brain
blue
on
on
it.
it.
Oh, Satan got it. There's no Z
Oh.
on the beta
Yay.
Zamboni design. There, it's just it's just the white and blue Zamboni. That's just it. That's the entire vehicle.
That's a really good
done.
question, I feel.
Yeah, I was just watching
this
a
is
video.
exactly the kind of like esoteric knowledge that you might have if you were speedrunning this game for a long time.
Yeah, I was watching like the hour-long video. It's like Plants vs. Zombies unused content and stuff. That one video on YouTube, I just clicked to a random point and I see that. It's like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna add that.
that's different.
Should have watched the same video.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
We love unused content and the cutting room floor over here at Think Fast HQ.
I will be utilizing the cutting room floor website next time I'm on Think Fast.
Good to know the inner workings of trivia production. And other times I think of something and it's like, oh, that's cool. Let's put that in. Such as
Just like that. It's artful.
debuting in 1992, the IBM Simon is considered by some as the world's first what?
Personal computer.
Computer. Yeah.
Close, but not exactly.
Yeah, it's like on the right track.
Laptop.
Laptop. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
further away.
Calculator. No, don't take that one. Don't take that one.
The first calculator.
First ever calculator.
Scratch that one from the record.
Gaming
phone.
console.
Is not. Peter's closer.
Okay.
Beeper. Pager.
Further.
Messaging device. Personal messaging
Nope.
device. I don't know.
First calculator that
Is
can
it-
play Super Mario.
Oh,
To Scott breaks his thumb.
It is cell phone was closest. More specific.
Than a cell phone?
yeah. What?
Yes.
Oh.
I know you can get more specific than that. What was the name of the device again?
The IBM Simon.
Personal assistant.
It is a type of phone. It is a certain type of phone that
Flip
is
phone?
more ubiquitous today.
Oh.
What'd you say?
Touchscreen phone?
Nope.
Smartphone.
There you
Yes.
Oh.
I don't.
That's such
I
a
don't even-
nebulous
I don't use that
category.
word.
Yeah. What?
Smartphone. My phone's kind of dumb.
It was the first dumb phone. I don't know. It doesn't really look like.
I bet it was a stupid
I mean, it definitely
phone,
does not
honestly.
look like one.
Sorry for
but
swearing.
Maybe. Yeah, it is. Some consider it the first smartphone.
What does it
I don't
do?
know if I would. Maybe if I was around in '92 when it was produced, then maybe. But it also only sold 50,000 units. So cool.
Hey, that's like
less than
more than the
Virtual
Virtual
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah. Also, we were talking about the Zamboni earlier. I forgot to do this fun fact. So the game's like really expecting you to spawn a bunch of normal weight zombies because it really wants you to like make ice paths and then you have the bobsled stuff. So when you don't do that, because we don't, because we're speedrunners and we're cooler, then the game says, I guess I'll just give you a bunch of normies anyway. So that's why these levels are so filled with normal zombies.
Yeah, we usually kill the Zamboni too fast to see the bobsled team, but we might see if something goes a little bit differently. The Zamboni happens to like dodge just for a while, but it's a zombie
Oh,
that if you're doing
bonus!
everything right,
See
usually
one.
doesn't show up.
Bonus.
Chomper eat up.
Further info about a previous question. I was still on the wiki page for Crystal Pepsi, and apparently that one video of the guy drinking the really old one was like a catalyst for them re-releasing it in like 2018.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
That's funny.
so that
Spite.
video was kind of responsible for them bringing it back as well.
That's an interesting strategy. I can respect it. It's an
Old
all-press,
strategy
good
con.
press
Wonder
kinda
if it'll
attitude.
pay off for him.
I had a terrible time drinking this 30-year-old drink. Let's bring it back.
All right, Peter, how close are you to finishing the run?
I am entering the second last stage.
Nice. I am entering the
Tall
third
nut.
stage. Tall nut.
Uh-oh, big tall nut, watch out.
Not a form
Oh, I
of
forgot to
walnut,
break
according
because
to
I
a
asked
trivia
that
question I was
question.
asked earlier today.
Yeah, I guess.
No, because it's
allegedly.
not called a walnut. No.
Oh.
The tall nut.
What if it's like a
Anywhere in the
nickname?
name.
Like, what was that thing we were talking about earlier? Clippy.
Let's clip it to you.
Clip it.
Well,
clip
yeah,
it.
but we're friends
Clip it.
now. We were talking off during the break.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Clippet to you. I don't think Clippy has any adels like that.
So, like, if I...
Does Clippy have a doctor at google.com? My search history during these shows is not great.
If one of us finishes the race, can we still answer questions to dock seconds from our time?
You can.
Oh, okay.
can?
Cool. Just check in.
What? Okay.
I was checking for you.
I'm the one who took Clippy
What?
out of office,
No,
this
you
person
weren't.
says. Wow. They said they were ahead of our time with Clippy.
Clippy's in this race?
Sure.
Clippy of today,
That's true.
Clippy of today would have a PhD in learning. Okay, sure.
Okay. I guess.
Well, good to know.
From like Baldi's Basic, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Just like
Baldi's Basics University.
more like Bali's Basic University.
True.
Whoa.
What?
I
I'll
believed
have
in
you
my
know,
own
I got
joke
my degree
so
from
much.
there. It's very disrespectful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's cool.
In 1975,
Yes.
Gary Thuark sent out the first what over ARPANET. This
Text
is
message?
bad inventions.
Oh. Meme?
No. I wouldn't really call this an invention, but it's just bad things.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Virus?
Nope. I like the thought, though.
Yeah, no, that is a good thought.
It is something
prank?
that is bad, but not, like, dangerous, I would say.
Pop-up
Okay, prank
ad.
call? Spam call?
Close.
Spam message?
Yeah, spam email.
Okay, nice. All right.
So close.
It was like some ad for something that was sent to like a couple hundred people.
That makes sense.
Had to be somebody.
And it wasn't considered spam back then because no one had a name for it.
It's like,
It's just, I don't want to read this.
I'm getting this mail and I
Yeah.
hate it. I don't like looking at it. What is this?
What do I call it? It sucks.
The name spam email came from like a Usenet forum, like regarding like other spam, and I guess they just called it that, based on the Monty Python sketch.
I was thinking it
which
was
is
Monty
based on the
Python.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to admit to being, very easily marketed to, but I eat spam only because of Monty Python. So
It's pretty real.
Not to accuse yourself of anything. Yeah.
it worked on me.
That means listeners at home should do it to everyone.
Climbing over there.
You know who to mail.
Me.
You'll notice sometimes I'm like digging up tangle kelps early whenever a
I
zombie
just did that
touches it.
too.
You did that too?
Okay.
We're in sync.
Kelp deck.
Kelp
Nice.
deck. That's a cool little speedrun invention where the zombie is confirmed dead a second earlier.
Wheat cherry.
Due to the whole animation of the kelp killing the zombie being skipped if you do that. It's pretty sweet. That was discovered accidentally by me and discovered on purpose
Wow.
by Bulbasaur in the
Yes.
speedrunning community and the Pokemon. I did it. I didn't notice it. Bulbasaur did notice it, so it's sort of like a shared invention.
Inventions, just like this show.
Yeah, speaking of
It was like
inventions,
an accidental and bad invention.
how about a good invention?
Okay.
Hangul is the alphabet of what language? It was created to make learning the language as easy as possible to solve illiteracy.
Braille.
No.
Esperanto?
No.
English.
Nope. English uses Latin characters. This is its own like character set.
Wingdings?
No.
That'd be funny.
People speak this language. It is
Oh.
it is a language spoken in the
What was the
world.
question again?
And it
understandable.
is easily learnable. Hangul is the alphabet of which language? It was created to make learning the language and alphabet
Korean.
as
Catalan?
easy as possible.
Yes.
That's right.
That makes sense.
It is Korean.
Oh,
Nice.
dang. Yeah, no, I like, I need to hear the exact, like, I heard it right the first time. I need to hear it again to remember.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That makes sense. Good job.
Shoo.
Yeah, so basically there was illiteracy because like the language of the time used a lot of Chinese characters, and apparently that was difficult. I mean, I shouldn't say apparently, it is difficult. But it also was back
Taken
then.
as from
so
a
this
person who
language
tried to
was
learn
made
Mandarin for 3 years. It's very hard to learn
Yeah.
those Mandarins. So,
You got a lot of unique symbols to
Yeah.
get through.
yeah.
I've learned the Japanese alphabets up to kanji.
Yeah, the moment you get to
Kanji's hard.
kanji, it's like, oh, the 4,000 most
Yep.
common kanji, I see.
I get it.
Easy.
Yeah, see. Peter, are you in 310 yet?
Solution. I am just about finishing up 3.9.
All right.
Just gotta do the final
I'll call
wave.
you the winner unless you die.
I would never die.
Yeah, don't do that. Unless.
Wait,
Months.
310 is
How
a
risky are
conveyor
these
belt
last few
stage.
levels?
Anything can happen on
You get
those.
really bad RNG.
True.
I'll be careful though, I promise. Unless you didn't want me to. I forget what the tone of the question was.
I don't know.
Okay. I will
Depends on
not
who
be
you want to win the
careful.
race.
That chomper finished digesting a zombie and then used that now empty stomach to finish off the last chomper of the level. That is the MVP. I would call that guy Ralph.
Okay.
He's
Welcome
earned a
back,
name.
Ralph.
You
good.
would?
Eat it, Ralph. Yep, now I'm on the last level.
I got the worst vaulter ever. Only with him.
I forgot to pause my timer when we stopped playing the run for a little bit.
What did it say?
Really slow.
What happened to that one second?
I was noobing it.
Yeah,
I got lost.
Goobing it.
You cannot play this game casually after you speedrun it. It doesn't work.
No.
It's really hard to pretend you don't know what the right thing to do is, or at least like the somewhat fast thing to do is.
Oh, these are 3 Peters. They're so strong.
You get three. There's 3 of them. That's my name, but 3
Peters.
Peter.
Whoa. I only see
Peter.
one on my screen.
Count them. That's like at least like 15.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm told I'm worth like several 3 Peters. If I was like a plant that could shoot peas, I would shoot several. So
Okay, that's good. Well, you can shoot time?
okay.
I don't know.
You can't.
The Bessemer process revolutionized the production of what building material?
Bricks.
No,
Steel?
it is steel.
Oh.
Well, I did not know that.
I'm just finding out about this now.
You just got it right though.
Good for me.
Basically, the process is like, I need to not get this wrong. Will correct me, steel producers in chat.
The steelheads are gonna come for you. Yeah.
Revolutionized steel production by blowing air through molten pig iron to remove impurities and achieve desired
Pig
steel
iron.
properties.
Oh,
Pig iron.
okay.
I didn't even know
Iron is
pigs
like
could make iron.
proto steel. Yeah.
That was like a Minecraft thing.
Yeah, if you put a
Pig
pig
is
in a
steel.
smelter, you get pig iron.
Does that work with cows too?
Ground beef iron.
Ground beef.
Y'all are getting it already.
They grow up so fast.
Look, I love nothing more than a callback.
Oh. Next question answered. Alexander Graham Bell.
Close.
I knew it.
Close.
Stop predicting my question.
Sorry. There's a limited number. I shouldn't be doing that. That's evil.
Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you. Were the first words in what?
Sherlock Holmes.
Invention of
What
Sherlock
invention?
Holmes.
What? Sorry?
The first words spoken in which invention? Or like through which
invention.
invention?
The telephone?
Yeah,
It is the telephone.
Oh, okay.
phone.
What a nerdy thing to say
again.
as your first telephone call.
I guess. I mean, the first telegraph was Hello World also, so there's that, I guess.
Oh, but that would make sense 'cause that's like a computer word.
Yep.
They knew.
Yeah, the first telegraph was coded in Python.
That's where everyone's going to start. That's not impressive. I learned a little bit of Python too once.
Yeah.
It's not impressive.
You do it then.
Okay, I could invent the telephone really easily today.
Oh yeah.
You should. Yeah. Reinvent the IBM Simon right now.
I already forgot what that is.
First smartphone.
Oh, yeah.
You got that question right, Peter.
Yeah, but it took a lot of guesses to get there.
It did.
I forgot to retain it. Holy
Look,
quadruple
you've asked
dolphin
questions.
stack. Sorry.
I have quadruple
Ask
vaulter
questions about something that happened 10 seconds ago in game, and we've had people get it wrong.
That
so that's okay.
Yeah.
The most
That'll
impossible
happen.
thing you could ask, I think, of a PvZ speedrunner is like what wave like 4 looked like when they're on wave 7.
Yeah, nope, it's gone.
That's not
It is
that's not in the
out.
long-term memory.
No one minds. No one cares.
One of our highlights from early on in this show
plants.
was we were talking about a
Nice.
question. I basically said the answer to another question, like in like the talk after.
That time is coming up, by the way. Right when I grab the reward at the end of this level, I will be done.
Said the answer to a question, then asked that question, and the runners did not get it right.
GG.
Nice.
GG.
Pool complete.
You basically did
Sea
that
shroom,
earlier.
aquatic plant that shoots short-range spores.
You should use that.
Yeah, that seems really convenient.
I'm gonna settle down and actually talk to my neighbor Crazy Dave since I never get to normally. Oh, they used to call him the Fog Man.
I call him that still. Yeah, we're on Fogman terms.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You had to know him back then, otherwise it's just kind of awkward.
that's the Fogman to me.
What does he call you?
You know,
Man fog.
Oh.
you're Fogmen together.
Oh, you're like a comedic duo.
Oh yeah.
Fog and
And
Foggier.
the fogmen.
I am the foggiest.
Missing from your trio.
Why is that one rake there? Is that just like a funny little Easter egg or what?
No, you can buy them from the shop for 200 money each. So that's another thing that money matters for. And they will force the first zombie in the row to spawn where it is. So it's like
That's
a
cool.
way you can predict that. And also, of course, it kills said zombie as well for free. You don't have to use any sun or any extra plants to do it. So that's pretty cool.
That kind of thing will happen in real life too if you're not careful. It's a good warning.
What?
Step on a rake and die instantly.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, okay. I understand.
The inventor of the rake.
Now that I finished the run, I get to like look at
They're
the script.
here,
Yeah, true.
live.
All right, my cat was like laying on my hand, so I couldn't use the mouse.
Sorry.
All right. There is an unverified story about the inventor of dynamite. He read a scathing
start.
obituary for himself and decided to change his ways. Who is this inventor?
I'm coughing too much. I can't do this.
The name of this inventor?
Yes.
Whoa.
He then went on to give a lot of his money to a specific award that is given out yearly to numerous people.
John Nobel.
Nobel. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not John Nobel.
Not John
it is
Nobel, but it is Nobel.
It's
yeah.
Alfred Nobel.
I did know, but I did forget until you said it.
So did any of us get half points for John Nobel or?
I didn't say John
We
Nobel.
were
I
just
said Nobel.
We were just looking for Nobel,
Yes!
so Peter did get full points for that.
It would have been really bad if I blew it by saying John. Like that just made you mad enough that I thought his first name was John. And you didn't give it to me.
No.
No,
It's not
should have known it was
John.
Alfred Nobel. But yeah, Nobel from the Nobel Prize was also the inventor of dynamite.
Oh.
So
That's pretty cool.
unfortunately, chat, John Dynamite is not the answer.
But the first
Sad.
On dynamite.
Yeah, apparently the first name's right, but
That's my guy.
yeah, apparently it's not. I thought it was a real story. Apparently it hasn't been fully verified, but like, I think what had happened was like his brother died and they like posted an obituary for him instead, and they were like, this guy sucks. And he was like, aw. And then he like devoted his life
dang
to like
it.
not being known for the dynamite.
Why are they so mad at him for inventing diamondite? I can't pronounce it correctly.
Diamondite.
What is that? Is
I'm
it a
still
mineral?
upset. Don't let that take away
Face
from
my
outfit.
diamondite web.
I find dynamite to be very useful.
Mine diamondite.
True.
Yeah, allegedly there is a French newspaper that said Dr. Alfred Nobel, who became rich by finding ways to kill more people faster than ever before, died yesterday.
The journalist.
Nice.
He read that, he was like, oh,
Yeah, that sounds French.
let me not do that.
If I died right now, people would just make fun of me in the papers. That sucks.
Damn, the original Onion article.
Did you invite
They're dunking on you in the obituaries.
Diamondite. Oh no. I'm doing it too.
Diamondite.
Can't help it. Diamondite. Help, chat.
They can't help you.
No.
I hope chat laughed at my ground beef joke from earlier this stream. If
No
one
comment.
person thought it was awesome, then I won today. But I can't know.
Yeah.
if
You
it
sir
was
won the
right.
I
internet.
helped you finish that joke.
Yeah, but like that only gets you like 50% of the patents.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
Good deal.
And deal. And that's time.
Deal.
I already finished my run.
Correct. That's the second time.
Second time.
So yeah, so what we're gonna do is once Satan finishes, we have your final times for this run,
Okay.
so for day pool. And then we will take another quick break, and then we have a mini game to show off where we have a separate trivia time and more questions. So
Yes. It's going to be very, very chaotic. And will we survive?
yeah,
Who's to say?
That's awesome.
yeah. If not, that's
Well, it's
okay.
Torchwoods.
Whoa, dude, yes.
It's super
Very
powered.
powerful. Yeah.
That's so much fire.
I'm so ready to play this minigame. I can't believe, like, Satan was the one who suggested this minigame. This is like my favorite minigame ever in the entire game.
I'm just going to wait for the snorkel. Yep, there we go. Time.
All right, GG Satan.
All right.
Yay.
So, we will tally up your final times again
Tally
for day pool. Times is being tallied. For the first one. So, in first place with a time, an official time, with trivia time included, of 1:56:25 is Peter.
Yay.
And with a time of 2 hours and 48 seconds is Satan.
That is like by far a PB, by the way. Like so far a PB. Even without the trivia time, that is definitely a PB.
Oh, that's awesome.
Easily.
Dang, you were gaming.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Congratulations.
Very easily. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Okay, so yeah, like I mentioned, we are going to go to a short break and be back with a mini game. But first, again, we have some announcements.
As always, Swifts, check it out. Hey, why don't you consider giving your subs, Prime Gaming subs, or gift subs and bits to the GDQ Twitch channel? They help support GDQ Hotfix. And if you enjoy watching speedruns, you can also subscribe to the channel to get access to our emotes and ad-free viewing for at least 1 month. That's very exciting. You can also chat with our subscribers during our replays. And also, if you do miss out on any Hotfix shows, you can check them out, the VODs on the holy snot. You can check out the VODs on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. You can check out the VODs for events like Back to Black or Frost Fatales, which aired earlier this year. And yeah, thank you.
We'll be back once again. Don't go anywhere for more Plants vs. Zombies. Welcome back to Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Swoos.
And I'm also your host, Sparkle.
We are back with It's Raining Seeds, or IRS, which reminds me I need to do my taxes. I guess let's just get into it, because I've heard this is very chaotic, so I feel like we just kind of need to do it and then explain it and then ask you a bunch of questions.
Yeah, we're gonna do kind of a little test
Sound
run
good?
here, just
All
to
right.
explain it, because it is pretty wild and interesting. If you've never played PvZ minigames, highly recommend it. One of the best
I
parts of the game.
love this minigame. This game has like really, really cool minigames. They're all like super unique. Like all 20 of them are being bonkers takes on the game.
Yeah, just completely.
So
Anyway.
so feel free to demo it real
This
quick. while I
is It's
start
Raining
looking around.
Seeds. The seeds are raining from the sky. It is currently raining and a bit foggy too. Much like how World 4 is pretty foggy. Every couple seconds, a new plant will drop from the sky. This is a randomized plant from pretty much every single plant in the game. There is no manipulation besides lily pad manip. The more lily pads you place down, the less you'll get later. So the ability to choose what plants you're going to get is very limited.
Indeed.
It's essentially
And,
the most like direct, raw, react to RNG, like conveyor belt level you can play in this entire game. And it's really cool because every
Absolutely.
single attempt is super different.
And we're going to be using a lot of audio cues in theory, but because we're going to be answering trivia questions, who knows?
That's gonna be impossible. Yeah, this
Good
fog.
luck
We
on
can't
that
see
one,
where the zombies
but-
are. We probably will never be able to see where the zombies are because there's only two
Yeah,
plants.
if you don't know what's going on, literally don't worry about it. All you need to know is more shooting plants, probably good. If we get a magnet, we pop off.
That's really good. I just saw
That's
Magnet during this
mostly it.
demo, so I'm already sad.
Oh my gosh, I did not. But I have like Repeater and Pea Shooter, and I have some decent stuff. All right,
Alas. All right, I gotta stop looking
do
at
we
this.
want
I'm
to
getting
start the real
sadder.
one? Yeah,
All right,
yeah, you should.
then let's
Yeah.
start the actual run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, this is minigame is wildly random. So
Yeah, no, the range of times
the
are
times
awesome.
we're
You can
gonna
get,
get
like
yeah,
12 minutes. You can get like less than 8 minutes.
yeah,
And it's one
yeah.
level.
Well, hey, speaking of random, check out this not so random question.
Okay.
What tree produces the largest seed?
The great
coconut.
sequoia? Pine tree?
I mean,
Well, actually,
that's close
coconuts,
enough.
yeah, palm tree.
It is kind of a variety of coconut.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, palm.
Coconut palm
There you go.
tree.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So there you go.
Pea
Quick
shooter.
start for Peter there.
Does anybody ever call you
it's
pea shooter,
officially
Peter?
the,
I get called
cocoa
many
in
variants
there.
of pea plants all the time nowadays.
I would call you pea shooter, Peter, IRL. That'd be like your.
I would be honored to have a nickname like that in real life.
Yeah.
I'm popping off. You can hear it. I got a magnet.
No, I can just never get that. That could be really, really bad. There's a lot of metal zombies on the stage.
it's already over.
No, it's okay. It's coming soon. I've got doom streams. I'll just hold on to this all game until the end of the level.
Good idea.
You can only hold on to one
That
plant at a
work.
time. So if you want to like save one for later, you got to use it eventually, like before you can pick up any other plants. What I was talking about was a dream. I am listening to the sounds of the zombies. If I hear a pap, like a little like soft sound, that means it's a normal zombie. If I hear a dunk, that's a cone head. So I'm saving this jalapeno for hearing a cone head noise. For those wondering what I'm waiting for here.
I'm
That is
getting
a
all
cone
the
head
useful
that the
stuff,
cabbage
but
just
not
hits.
very
Nice.
many firepower plants.
I'll put a puff shroom in a
Let's
pumpkin.
interrupt
Let's make a
you
low range.
with a question,
Go ahead, go
Robin.
ahead.
What is the lowest seed to have made it to the final four of an NCAA basketball tournament?
Oh, that's funny.
The lowest seed to make it to a final four. How low do seeds
13?
get?
Lowest seed slash it is 1 through 16. And
13
lowest seed
is
would
my
be the
first
higher
guess. 14 would be my second.
It's not.
I would choose
Neither of
11.
those.
Okay, 9.
It's 11. It is
nice.
11.
Nice.
I finally hit one
And
of
it's
those
happened
guesses.
several
Number
times.
guesses.
Why did you?
Yeah,
Why did y'all tell him what the range was? That's not how trivia works. Like actually,
Because I don't want to be. I don't want to be biased against
think that would work.
I'm joking.
non-American. I gotta be fair. Explain what a tournament is. But yeah, the 11th seed has made it to a final four. I think 4 times by now. So cool.
So you gotta ask the right questions.
What's not cool is
You
a
gotta-
Bundy
you gotta
zombie is
answer
about
the
to take
correct
my
answer.
snow pea, which is really
No, budgie zombie.
That's not nice. Oh, I can see
really
from
not
because I
good.
used the blowover, by the way, everyone. But that's a temporary bit of vision, so not anymore. It's a joy.
And
That
the
was a
game
privilege
gives
that
me
we're not
anything.
allowed forever here.
which can't.
I just sent to Jack, by the way, Jack in the Box, exploding zombie. It's a fog zombie that we didn't get to see. I sent him back using Hypno, and he exploded the enemy zombies. He was my Jack in the Box zombie. Incredible piece of technology. I'm gonna use this Doom Shroom because I don't want this Jack to explode like all of my plants. I'm getting a lot of those exploding guys right now. If I had a magnet, they wouldn't explode, but
I have the magnet, but what I do not have is anything to shoot anyone. Very scary.
What I have
shooter.
is a question.
I love questions.
TNT, like the explosive, was originally used as a dye. What color was this dye?
Oh, blue,
White.
orange, red, yellow,
Black.
purple, green.
It's yellow. There you go.
Yay.
You eventually get it.
All you have to do is keep saying colors.
That's right. That's the Think Fast
I'm
special.
not gonna stop you. Yeah. Yeah, I had never heard of that before I wrote this. Like, that's weird.
Never really thought about what the color of TNT.
Yeah,
On the
it
inside
was
is-
synthesized in 1861.
They're always
and
painting
it was
stuff
originally
red.
used as a yellow dye. And they were like, huh, this is an explosive. Let's explode it. And then TNT happened. So, kind of like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh. I know Minecraft.
You think you can use TNT as a suitable dye in Minecraft? I think you should be able
If the
to.
game's realistic, maybe. Get with it, game developers.
I'm really glad balloon zombies can't spawn in this. There are certain zombies that have very special gimmicks, and the balloon zombie is to go above everything. Not good.
Only killable by a cactus
Yikes.
and a blower and many explosions. I actually have one cactus. If I had a balloon, I'd be chilling. He just has to go on the right lane.
I also have one cactus, so same. Oh, I love it when I place a tangle kelp in a spot that I think is safe and it immediately gets used. That's a good sign.
At least you got.
I love this screen door. I love seeing what my problems are. It's a problem.
My last zombie on the screen is this metal zombie. He's gonna die so slow. There's a very weak lane.
Same.
I wish I had a magnet about it. I don't.
I do, but my zombie's wasn't far forward enough to do it. Yeah.
Almost halfway through the level though.
Right.
Are you at wave 20?
Game? I think
yeah,
we're
some more
at like the
questions.
exact same pace.
That's interesting.
right now.
All right. Well, that means more time is going to be relevant for trivia. Debatably a good or bad invention. What is the oldest currency still in use today?
The yen, the dollar, the euro.
Pence.
None of those.
No, I don't
Chocolate.
think so.
Nope. It is an active currency
No.
that you can
Gold?
use today.
Oh goodness.
Old currency. The ruble. The rupee.
It is probably one of the more common currencies that you would use if you're in this country. Well, it is the currency of a country. That was a bad way of saying that.
All right.
I mean, when you think of old, what places are old?
Your
Egypt?
mother's house.
I don't know the currency they use, though. Whoa!
Minus 10 seconds.
Let's go!
Dude.
Let's go! Disrespecting the hosts.
I don't know what came over me there.
And this is still a currency still in use today. So
Yes, I wish that was helpful to me. I don't know
It's,
currencies very well. The mark,
it's in Europe.
oh no.
It's in Europe, but not the European Union.
Copper.
Nope.
Did I already say pence?
Yes. It is
The
not.
pound?
Yeah.
It's the pound. There you
Yes, I
go.
remembered what it was. Yes, yes. Remembering is so good.
The British pound has been in use since 775 AD, roughly.
Whoa! Wait, AD. Okay, I was adding AD.
Still
Put me in
about
caveman times for a second there.
still about 1250 years at this point.
Wow.
That's a couple. All right. Here's a simple one. Who invented the printing press?
Guy?
That's it. Some guy.
Yes.
Yes.
That is a simple one.
If you don't know this, we'll call it early.
I do not remember this. I'm
sure.
sure I've learned it at some point, but I do not remember it.
I'm gonna throw a name out, just one though.
Okay, go for
Edgar Wright.
it. No.
Okay, I'm done.
You just said a name. Okay, I can respect
Thomas
that.
Jefferson.
True. It is Gutenberg.
I was not gonna say the word Gutenberg.
Yeah.
That was not gonna happen.
Me neither.
If you came up with that on a whim, that would be incredible.
Something's gone wrong. The simulation's breaking.
John Gutenberg.
It's always a John.
I mean, his name was Johann. So yeah, basically.
Well, yeah, actually, it's basically John.
Chewing gum is notably banned in which Southeast Asian country in an effort to keep their streets clean?
Singapore?
That's it.
Yikes.
Oh, okay.
They also disallowed durian on their public transit because it smells
It does
bad.
smell
Yes,
bad. I've heard
that's
about
true.
this.
Yeah. I'm like mesmerized by this gameplay.
It's
I want a cob cannon so bad. I have two kernel bolts next to each other.
Cob coated. Really strong.
dreams right there.
Yeah.
My first magnet just in time. We're
Nice.
almost on the level.
I'm also almost done. Nail biter.
This is a very quick pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like probably sub 11
pretty
base,
good.
which is like better than
Yeah, it's
the worst thing that can
fine.
happen.
If this happened to you in all mini games, you'd be like, maybe I'd continue the run.
Yeah, if the slot machine was really good, which is
Yeah,
the
if the
most
slot machine
RNG
was really
minigame.
good. There is a minigame called Slot Machine. It very literally is. A
It
slot
is shameless in its RNG nature. It is the worst level in like PvZ, basically.
Another magnet. Just in time.
Whoa, I have a squash for the final wave? I gotta use this wisely. Where? Anywhere. It's a final wave. It's an insta. You need instas during the final wave. What do I do with this? He's in my hand. He's staring me down.
I got mine.
Drop it.
There it is.
Oh. GG, Satan.
Thank you.
That's it.
Squash.
All right, in this
So
case,
I am the angry
let's ask
pumpkin.
one more question. Do you wanna ask the final
Relax, I'll
question of
handle
today,
it.
Sparkle? Please.
I'm ready.
Please ask the final question of the day, Sparkle.
Oh, well. Don't mind if I do. Let's take a look here.
Final question.
Final question.
Okay,
You're done.
now this is a good one to top things
Final
off.
Jeopardy. Lay it on.
Sure.
Where can you find the vault that holds over 1.3 million samples of seeds?
Switzerland.
That is no,
Wait,
it's
why
not
was-
Sweden.
It is
Finland,
neither.
Norway,
Norway. Denmark.
Yes,
Latvia.
Norway. Yes.
Ew, I said that first.
It's a part of Norway.
Okay.
It is officially Svalbard, which is like its own
Svalbard.
thing.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
yeah,
Owned by
Svalbard.
So I
Norway,
think-
so good enough.
I think the question was messed up on our tracker because
Yeah,
the
I
answer
refreshed it. It's good
said seeds. I was like, oh, that's a great final question. It's seeds. I didn't read the question.
Awesome.
When I read it out loud, I was like, what is
It
this
looks fine.
supposed to mean? It's just wrong.
It's good now.
I'm putting together a team for the greatest heist.
Imagine one of us said
Little-
seeds.
Little behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind
original
the
question
scenes,
was,
yep.
Yeah, behind the seeds. The original question was, what can you find in the vault? And I felt like seeds was too easy of an answer.
I see. Yeah, I would have known
Um,
that. Yeah.
I thought there was a place
Yeah,
called
hey.
Seeds. So
There was an interesting sort of like
There
we
you go,
both
though.
were thinking it was like a country in that general geographical area. I guess we both
Yeah.
kind of knew this trivia fact.
Somewhere cool.
Yeah, I think both of
Yeah.
us sort of knew it. I just started saying
We were
Scandinavian
getting kind of
countries.
like Nordic
we got
with our
there.
answers. Where'd that
pretty-
come from? I don't know
it was
why I
pretty
do that
close.
vaguely.
Yeah.
Somewhere cold. All right, for this minigame, in second place with a final time of 10:24 is Peter. And winning with a time of 9:38 is Saiyan. So congratulations to,
Also,
for
addendum-
tying up the races.
The training seeds crown was
Yay.
now bestowed upon you, Satan.
Yeah.
Yay. Also,
You are the
addendum
new
to my
champion of the
previous
training
claim, I
seeds.
did not PB the first run. I just trivia'd really hard. I didn't know how much trivia.
You win 5 years of not having to pay your taxes. Congratulations.
Please.
You successfully beaten the IRS. But with that, we have reached the end of our show. If y'all have any shout outs, please shout them out.
What's up, chat? I'm saying hi to you guys because I can see you guys now.
Nice. Shout out to chat. Peter, where can they find you and stuff?
Oh, my name is Peter. You can find me on twitch.tuvalu at the username that's on the screen somewhere, Petrus Inc. Twitch.tuvalu/ Petrus Inc. That's where I'm at. Pretty much all the time, playing PvZ, speedrunning. That's me. Oh, I was told to go. I'm being told to go to the Zen Garden. I'm sorry, my plants need water.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
What are your plans?
we
My
What
gotta
are
shoutouts
do
are
the-
complete. Also, check out PvZ speedrunning. Go on SRC, join the Discord. It's a really fun game to learn.
Yes, it is. I completely agree. And also, Peter's stream is really good. It's very entertaining. Definitely,
Oh,
highly recommend
stop it, you.
I'm in there all the time. I
Just
love it.
stop it.
It's great.
wholesome
Ground
chungus
beef.
moment.
Okay.
Ground beef?
Yeah, okay, that got him. All right, I can do my shoutouts now. Hi, I'm Satan. Satan herself on most things, but Satan isn't herself on Twitch. I know it's confusing. I'm sorry. I do all sorts of speedrunning, including Plants vs. Zombies, and Peggle also. That's kind of where I got my start. Very big on that. But I also speedrun all sorts of other stuff. I do Kaizo, Platinum, Ironmon, yada yada. Just like these folks, though, the amazing Susan Sparkle, thank you for having us on, by the way. I do
welcome.
also host a GDQ Hotfix show. It's called Creature Corner. It is on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday at this time. So same time, just different day and different week. It'll be on next week. And it's fun. It's about animals and other creatures. If you play or have player characters that are creatures, kind of like Plants vs. Zombies here, that's what you're going to see. You can submit to it too. Yeah, so good fun. Thank you for having us. This was really fun.
Of course, it was great to have you. Thanks
Neil,
for
being
playing.
on. We did script the rematch though because you tied 1-1, so we'll have to figure that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
we'll be
you
back.
have to break the tie.
Yeah, we
Okay.
definitely do.
Well,
I invite
do
Peters
a-
on for a Peggle race.
one more job.
Okay, that-
Peggle. I win
joke.
these.
We'll figure that out in
Question
the
mark?
future. But yeah, that is it for us today. We do have some final announcements before we head off, though.
Yep, of course, just one more actually. So if you want to stay up to date on GDQ Hotfix, you can always check out the website over at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix for this season's lineup, and you can check out the schedule for an in-depth look at this week's runs. And that is all I have for you tonight, and we thank you all for watching, and you all have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.